to champ.
Let's see. All right, everybody. So now this will be the first game casted of Weekend Smackdown number 6, featuring the map as Hideout. It'll be being casted by myself, Willis35, and today I'm joined by Mr. DemEyesRed.
Yes, sir.
DemEyesRed, first player I see Ornaloo in the teal, and he went with the melee. We're gonna see a lot of different strats on some map like this. And yourself, what can you tell us about I Am Fan?
I am fan on the right hand side with the Persians, and also an interesting choice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm just quickly trying to process all the information.
Don't worry about it. I'll take a jump back to Ornaloo. There's something you can see about this map. Boars very often spawn outside the walls. If not always, I think it's probably about 80% of the time. From what I've played. What we see is there's still enough food on this map, and if you notice, they have a good bit of stone and gold inside their walls, both players. So there's enough resources to work with, just like pretty much any standard map. Ooh, that is good to point out. We'll get to that. So you can you've got enough room in your base to have a strong eco, but there's just not quite enough room to stay there. So you've got to leave at some point. You got to fight outside these walls, and it's not like they're really going to hold for long, only having 250 health. A little bit more as we progress, but it's good to see. And Larif point out from the chat, with the chat map snipe, he's pointing out the forest in between them is not very thick. That's true. You don't see high. I don't think I've seen too many Hideout tiny maps.
Yeah, it's true indeed. It could be important, and we see that I Am Fan is there to chop the wood right there. Maybe let me see from his point of view there real quick. Is he aware of the fact that it's really not that thick? No, he isn't even.
Does he know that? Oh, they don't know yet.
Yeah. Interesting. But maybe a outpost or something like this would be something to find out about this one. Maybe at some point, if they're actually familiar with this map, maybe they could somehow anticipate that this could be something to pay attention to.
Something nice about Weekend Smackdown, we're featuring a lot of maps you don't see too much of, so players might not be all that familiar with them. Meta's not really all that established, so see different types of play. But we see Ornaloo's just bringing his board now. I Am Fan already did, so you at least see them both thinking, okay, I gotta start with the basics. Got a lower board, gotta get my food. I'm gonna check. I don't know if I Am Fan found his other board yet. He is not. That board is hanging out perfectly outside of his field of view, but I think he's gonna find it with his scout right now. Yep, there you go. He sees it just barely. Alright, so what do you think about Malay versus Persian? We've got one opinion from the chat already, from a player who might know what he's talking about. What do you think?
Yeah, well, DraCoNT just mentioned it here. It's a horrible matchup for yellow. If we think of the meta here, just quickly thinking with the melee, obviously one of the newest civilizations, newest additions to Age of Empires, they have their advantages for sure. One of the civs that is actually quite strong with their the interesting thing about them is basically, let me rephrase it, they can progress faster. That's one thing. Their archery line is also interesting, something to consider. Later on, they also have access to the karambits, and they are quite strong in the late game. Melee just being a strong late game civ after all. And with the Persians, this is quite difficult to answer to all of these things. Even if you go to the classical approach and go for knights, for instance, it could be a dangerous thing when facing loads of crossbows and later arbalists. And also there's this interesting momentum with the melee that have access to the cheapest battle elephants, but also the weakest, as they are just getting +1 defense. And after that one, nothing much happens, but they're cheaper, so to speak. They have this momentum in which they can produce strong units. I mean, Battle Elephants is one of the units that deals splash damage, one of the 2 units that we have. The other ones would be the War Elephants by the Persians. Therefore, quicker access to Battle Elephants, cheaper access to it as well, could be something really interesting to pay attention to. And later on, obviously, melee can do a lot of damage with Arbalists and also Pyramid Warriors.
So from the chat, John T. Kelly was pointing out something I was watching. Ornlu had a really unfortunate board lore, and then it went from bad to worse. So he had if you see over near his left gold pile, how there's about 6 trees there. The board tried to go through there, kind of glitched out with pathing, and ended up being de-aggroed, and it actually left through that open piece of wall and went back. So then when Ornlu sent another villager to try to lure the boar, Iron Fan was there with his scout, did a little bit of scout blocking, and you can see the villager's body just below that house from Ornlu. So that villager ended up not making it back safe and sound. Press F to pay respects, coming from Thorsten. I like it. I like it very much. But anyways, that puts Ornlu behind. Actually, Ornlu isn't behind on villagers, but that's because he's Malay, so you see him clicking up later. So he's probably going to be able to go up with what would have been 2 extra villagers. Only going to be 1 now. But they won't hit feudal too far apart from each other because of that Malay advantage that they advance faster.
Alright. Alright. So sorry that I've to
Don't worry about it.
The organization at the same time.
It's okay.
It's a bit difficult to catch up, but it's all good. So yeah, you've mentioned it with the Malay. There's a faster progress time as well. And yeah, I am fan now clicking up there. He's able to reach village earlier for sure now. Even with the Malay, he cannot catch up right now. If he wanted to do this, but Ornlu is actually aiming for something else.
Yeah, it seems like he might be going more of a fast castle build because he still has 2 more villagers queued up, and he still hasn't clicked up. Now he's sending villagers to gold. So yeah, this very much looks like a fast castle build. He already has 4 farms out. Yeah, I can't think of what else he'd be thinking. So we're gonna see him click up after this villager, and he's gonna be going with a pretty healthy economy. He'll be going up 1 villager extra even, and with Malay, he'll be able to pull this off very well, assuming he keeps his eco going. Thorsten, the scoreboard, until we get to the final, it normally stays blank, and then you'll see, because the final will be a best of 3. And take it down in between games. But one thing to point out, so the Malay this actually makes it a little bit harder. They need to send more villagers to gold because of how much faster they advance. So you see that, you see 5 going from Ornlu.
Exactly. That's something to pay attention to really well. And Ornlu, as far as I could tell from his knowledge, he's actually aware of the situation. You mentioned it really well. With Himalaya, there's this interesting risk of you, as a normal player, just to adjust, not to adjust to the specialties about the melee. You just play it as if they were just a standard civilization. But if, for instance, if you would go for a man-at-arms and just do it the same way, you could basically damage your own economy that bad that yeah, you could somehow suffer a lot of problems in the beginning of Feudal Age, for instance, or in this case in Castle Age, if you would just do it differently. And yeah, he does well by adjusting. This is really important with the melee, as it's somehow macro-wise feels a bit different there for sure.
Yeah, so we see.
In the meantime, on the right hand side.
Yeah, we see I Am Fan. He lost a villager. Ornlu picked it off with his scout. So I Am Fan is actually going scouts at the moment, and he went to delete a piece of his wall, and he actually deleted one of his scouts by accident. I got to catch that at the last moment possible there.
Well.
So he's going to be going around with scouts right now, and
also a tower.
And the tower? Oh, I don't see the villagers. Yep. Oh, there they are. Okay. I think as Ornlu, I'm not too worried about this just yet. That tower's not going to go up. If it does go up before Castle Age, not too much before Castle Age, he's going to have the stronger eco. He'll be in Castle Age, and I think he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, the problem is also the decision of I Am Fan. So goes for the tower. Why? Because of that stone that is outside of the map. I mean, if you look at his point of view there, he's not even aware of the fact that Ornlu has gold there on the left hand side of his map there. He could have easily gone there and placed the tower there instead, at least to deal some kind of damage, right? But for now, he now knows about it, I believe.
He just saw the gold now. But there's all
the first tower placement certainly not the best.
Like I get the idea of shut down that stone, but that stone's just not gonna matter for a long time if it ever does. So when it was up to Castle, he sees these scouts. He saw those scouts hanging out, so he might know he knows that tower's going up. He sees it. It's within the line of sight of the gate actually. Gate's showing it off there. So Ornlu's just putting up some house walls. He's got the Oh, he actually dropped another town center. Yeah, he doesn't really have to handle this just yet. Even if I Am Fan were to break through with those scouts, they're not going to be able to find too much damage. I was hoping for a tower hop. You're not quite wrong, Thorsten, but it's not quite necessary. You see how quickly this gate's falling. There's not too much to gain from that extra little bonus there, as opposed to what he was doing now in his thought process of locking down the stone. See, now the gate's just wide open. But Ornlu's, yeah, he's going to be able to wall this up. If scouts want to go through, they're going to have to commit under that TC, which won't be good for their health. So we'll see it held off for now. I know, but for style points. Okay. Understood. I see where you're going with that. Yeah, so those scouts are just going to come up empty-handed right now. I haven't.
Yeah, so we really got to think of the usage of the scouts. Are they that useful? Will they be creating a lot of damage? Because now the time is over. Basically, Ornlu is in cast stage. He even has a second TC out there, as you said it. And this map is now secured to a certain degree, as the scouts won't be able to deal that much damage. Even the incoming watchtower there, we gotta ask ourselves, is it gonna be that effective? If he garrisons his own villagers there, it could be, I mean, it's... Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, he will deny a bit of the stone there, but for that, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so what I would be doing if I am fan right now, so I still have these scouts, they're fine. That tower, he doesn't need to defend that tower. He should maybe go harass not the gates, but break through another piece of wall there. Force Ornlu to at least commit more wood to walling up, and just continue to just attack, like not attack, but make sure, force Ornlu's hand to using every single resource he can. Ornlu is probably actually going to get a vill picked off here. This villager seemed to went around the wall for try to mine stone for some reason. But we saw how fast I Am Fan was able to take down the gates, so he might as well take down more, or at least pieces of wall or something. I think now we see him committing to maybe taking down another piece of wall. Okay, so he's coming to the gate. That's actually going to be really easy to wall off for Ornlu because of how that gold generated next to those 6 pieces of wood. So I'd love to see him take down a piece of wall instead. Just have multiple places to break through and maybe cause a little bit more panic out of Ornlu. So yeah, so Ornlu just putting up a siege workshop and they're done deal. Those scouts aren't going to get anywhere.
That's certainly odd. Especially the Mongols are able to push those scouts away. Yes.
What's up, Ad Harash? Welcome to the stream, sir.
Cool.
So we're gonna take a look at
odd move here.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at I Am Fan. He's just booming up safely at home. He's taking plenty. He's got plenty on stone. He'll be thinking for a castle eventually, unless he's only trying to support towers. I'm not sure about it.
You know what, I'll just look at into the middle here, and I believe now is time when both players are about to find out about each other being too close.
You look at I Am Fan's line of sight. You see a tree that also is fallen over. But I guess
exactly.
Well, actually, because I Am Fan have seen so much of Ornlu's base, he can probably infer exactly that it's pretty close, even though he doesn't see exactly how close. But those villagers are almost in line of sight of each other. Almost. We're getting so close.
Yeah. So John T. Kelly was mentioning the Byzantine cataphracts, but I was talking about the cast stage there. My bad.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait, what? Cataphracts? Why are we talking about cataphracts? I'm not sure. So we'll probably see some knights coming out of the Persian players. Yeah, bloodlines coming in. I expect to see knights, or maybe light cap, because he's already seen monks out. So that would be kind of surprising to see. They have the farm support. Not quite.
I'm fan in the middle. If you watch that one real quick, he placed down a watchtower there.
Oh, that's good. That's very good from him.
Yeah, at least he'll be... I mean, it's not like Ornlu has no access to any more wood if that one gets denied, so it's not that much of an effect.
I do like that that's going to cause Ornlu... he's going to lose a little bit of time, and he's probably going to spend another 100 or 200 wood even on replacing lumber camps and moving those villagers away. And hi, Victor. Victor Liwa, hello.
Hello.
Don't cut the phonetical to mention. Okay. That's true. Yellow is going to be very, very behind on villagers because he's just getting up to castle age now. But he is making knights. He already saw monks and he's going for knights. I'm very surprised to see that choice. I'd like to see though that if he plays this right with the scouts, he's going to pick off that monk and then clean up all this siege very easily. That'll be very good for him.
It looks good for sure, but at home he just has this one TC, logically, and yeah, he needs to deal a lot of damage as soon as possible. So DraCoNT is right when he says he needs to play it super aggressively in order to kind of equalize the situation in which he's behind with the villagers. He needs to get inside of the space and get a couple of villagers by only in order to, yeah, kind of equalize the situation. And if he doesn't, he would fail big time there, for sure.
So I am fans actually putting the pressure on with the Siege Workshop. He's able to, with that mangonel he got out, he's able to range that furthest TC already. Why not throw in some pikes? That's a good choice. The monks held them off because of the wall. Being able to get conversions over a wall is super helpful. It really just pushes off units. Just scares them away because losing a unit effectively for free is very bad. Because that monk can just hide back there, wait for the conversion, wait for his oh, I forget what that's actually called. The conversion percentage.
Yeah, the faith, you mean.
The faith, thank you. I was thinking of what it's called in a different game.
I guess
like,
conversion juice or something like that.
Conversion juice.
Something like that.
Possibly. Oh, so you know what Ornaloo did about that tower? He said, I see your tower and I raise you a castle. Yeah, because he just has, he was already on stone for so long, he had the stronger eco, he's just able to drop that castle and said, hey, this is my wood line.
Oh yeah, I knew Influenza would be there, because that was a direct reference to what he said, so all good, all good.
Oh, which thing?
Nice. This conversion juice thing, because
okay.
I know this term exactly from him, from no one else,
cool.
man.
So, it's a little early, but if we were an imp, we'd be able to see somebody burn through this wood line and just flood somebody's base. If Ornaloo's able to lock down his base, I'd love to see him just get Karambit Warriors all over I Am Fan's eco. It would just be so annoying to deal with that.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
But that mangonel continues to do damage on the TC, and it's currently going unanswered.
Yeah, it's currently unanswered, you're right, but the question is that much of damage taking place now? I believe that I Am Fan needs to put on way more pressure, theoretically speaking, in order to be better now, because score-wise he's leading, but economically he's far behind. If you look at the villager count there, it's gonna be problematic for him.
Yeah, he's 22 villagers behind at the moment. That's a big deal. But actually, he just broke through. He's almost ready to commit under that TC and take out some villagers. So those Karambit Warriors are coming in now, and they'll if they're going straight for the mangonels, yeah, they'll pick off at least one before they're cleaned up, maybe two, but they won't stand up to fight against a few knights.
Yeah.
Let's see what Ornaloo's able to do with these monks. He's able to convert 2 knights out of that army. That's a pretty good swing for him. He actually might come out cleaning up most, if not all, of this. Once those Karambit Warriors join in.
Alright.
A little bit of healing coming in, keeping a knight alive, and let's see. Yeah, so that push is pretty much stopped, and now we're gonna see Ornaloo's better eco able to produce more and possibly start turning the tide right now.
Yeah, I guess it's about time, right? I mean, there are a couple of knights still left by I Am Fan. They're slowly approaching now from the north. But yeah, will they deal a lot of damage? It could be happening if they just ignore everything now on the left-hand side. Basically, go through the gap where the Karambits are going out currently. Just go inside of the space and now try to get some vills here, especially in the middle of Ornaloo's base. Could be good for him.
Let's see. He's got +2/+2 defense. He could commit underneath and hope to start picking off villagers. But he keeps getting converted. He just lost another knight to a conversion. Here comes, I believe, another monk. Yeah, another monk that could convert another knight and probably will. Oh, Ornaloo's got the stone to drop another castle at the front of his base. That will put down any of this possible push from I Am Fan. This would be the great time to have a mangonel to pick off a lot of those villagers, but one's not even queued up, so we're not going to see it. Unfortunately, not going to see that. That castle will most likely go up. Yeah, so I Am Fan, he's on 2 TCs now, but with how aggressive he was doing with this 1 TC push, he was able to put the hurt on Ornaloo, but Ornaloo was just able to hold, and his base is going to be locked down any moment now with that extra TC on the front. And you see Ornlo getting so many upgrades. Just got Handcart, another armor upgrade, getting Arson. So he's thinking I'm gonna be making a lot of Karambit Warriors and I'll be raiding with them. He's correct.
And Torsten now asking, what can Yellow do once he's been pushed back? Well, that is a question. Theoretically speaking, it shouldn't be taking place, this kind of situation, because IMFan actually was the aggressor here with 1 TC for a longer time. Therefore, it was to be expected that he keeps up the pressure. But once he's been pushed back, well, he needs to get up his economy ASAP. That means a third TC that is incoming right now, but in a quite risky position, because Arnold will be fighting back pretty soon. And actually what IMFan needs to do is some kind of gameplay that we see from people like Matthias, for instance, being stuck in his own base, but working so hard on his own eco that he can strike back then. But this is extremely hard, requires a lot of skill, and I believe that IMFan needs to step up his game ASAP in order to be successful, otherwise it's going to look really gloomy.
Yeah, what we need to see from IMFan is not lose any more ground right now. I'll be able to hold. Ooh, he's getting a good rate on those farms, so he's going to push those villagers out of there. That's nice. But what would save it for him if he went for the stronger army? As Persians, he could go all the way into, you know, you see paladins and even elephants out of him, and they would be Karambit Warriors would be no match for either of those units. Yeah, coming from DraCoNT, maybe some Scorps. That'd be very nice.
Yeah, why not? Makes sense. But actually, I'm fan. Keeps up the pressure. That's good. He has his knights out, and yeah.
No, actually, it looks like IMFan. No, he's going backwards now. Ooh, if he sees this castle going up, he could. I'd love to see him commit right now to this and maybe take out a lot of those villagers.
Yes, sir.
Is he just not noticing? His attention might be elsewhere. I think he's a little too worried about making sure that stable doesn't die, and not nearly enough worried about denying that castle. So Ornlu's gonna get up to Imp more than a minute ahead of IMFan, so that's not good for him. Why is he not committing? He's allowing this castle to go up. That's a shame.
Man.
I mean, castle's at 70, 80%. Yeah, and IMFan has not gone towards it at all.
Any will just die.
All that for is valuable option.
Yeah, that could be one solution, but hey, IMFan is still there. He has this decent amount of knights still there, but I mean, if he wants to win this one, he needs, like I've said, he needs to step up his economy right now. He has his 3 TCs. Villager-wise, he's catching up though. Look at the count there, 86 to 90.
Yeah, that's good.
So only barely leading there. It's not over. It's not over, because could be that I'm fan. I don't know why I'm always saying I'm still fan, because of the ST in front of it, basically. But he still has chances. But like I've said, melee late game Civ, they will be quite dangerous in a couple of seconds.
I would like to see some map control out of him. Also, Stark saying it as I'm getting ready to say it as well. I'd like, if he had the stone, I'd like to see him wall off some of this, to because Karambit Warriors, while not that strong, are just annoying. They're like a weak version of having Eagle Warriors all over your map. They're just fast, and they're just you don't really stop them with force once they get in. It's kind of like swatting flies. They're just hard to deal with. Even if they're not really hurting you, they're just gonna annoy you all day long. Instead, he's going with this castle that's kind of like medium forward. He must be thinking I'm gonna be getting trebs or elephants out of it. The placement isn't great. Maybe go even further forward and build behind that tower to lock down that stone harder. Yeah, the placement isn't great unless he plans to make a second move with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, unless he plans a second move, then the placement would be fine. Just slowly approaching there. I'm not sure. I mean, with the placements of this, just not too defensive, but kind of offensive, let's say, you need to back it off really well there. So both players are on Imperial Age, therefore it is to be expected that at least one of them will go for traps and try to get down or bring down the opponent's castles. And also for that one, you need good reinforcements to actually engage. So maybe I'm fan feels confident enough with his current army to place down that castle. Gonna be tricky because Orlo could engage if he wants to. He has a decent army of helps, and once he has his traps up, could be difficult for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Iron Fan's choice at the moment. So he's getting Cavalier, even though he knows. I mean, not that Cavalier's a bad choice in and of itself, but he's already seen that Ornlu has Halbs, and he's not. I don't see any. Oh, he's going archery ranges. Okay, so maybe we'll see some skirms mixed in. I was waiting to see like what he decided to do other than Cavalier, but now we see it. We've seen. So he's getting chemistry upgrade, but I haven't seen another unit mixed in just yet.
Yeah, I mean, Iron Fan needs to use other units for sure. He's going for archer ranges now, and we can see it here. He goes for chemistry and also elite skirms. So
okay,
basically, he chooses the elite skirms in order to deal with the halberdiers. He could have also gone for scorpions, but then there's a danger of those climate wars being faster. Then the scorpions could shoot, and then it'll be a bit difficult. But these fights that we see at the very moment, Cavaliers against Halberdiers, this is not good for Iron Fan.
He'll be throwing away way too much. Actually, he's going. He teched into elite skirmishers, but he's actually building hand cannoneers. Interesting play from him. It's gonna be pretty gold heavy, so I'd like to make sure he can keep up with it.
It's odd for sure that he went for elite skirms then, but hand cannoneers make sense a lot. That's
sure. Yeah, definitely. It's a good choice to see from him. He's got to make sure he can keep up with the gold and keep up with the production. And it seems like for now, he's able to lock down quite a bit with that castle. I saw a trebuchet. Okay, it's just the trebuchets in his castle. So Ornlu actually has... He's got 2 trebs ready right now. He's coming. He's ready to push. He's ready to bring this pressure. And with Iron Fan not having the numbers to force him to do a good engagement here, I think these trebs are going to really they're going to take down this castle in a hurry.
Alright, so trap war just starting here, and for now, Ornlu there with 2 traps. Iron Fan has 1 trap inside of his castle. It's not going to be enough for him to engage here. Also because Ornlu has a decent army there, so the Cavaliers won't do anything there. Looks really bad for
Do Persians get ballistics? I've noticed that Iron Fan doesn't have ballistics yet, and it's actually really hurting this castle being defensive at all. So we'll see if Iron Fan can get some numbers out, but at the moment, it seems he can't produce fast enough. I'd really like to see more archery ranges from him.
I mean, Persians, they could do that ballistics.
Yeah, DraCoNT pointing out Ornlu could just do onagers, cut through the middle, and sending Krampus. Yeah, I mentioned something like that earlier, and it would just that would be a GG kind of moment. Yeah, just how much there'd be around your map just annoying you. Ornlu can clean this up or not. Ornlu can clean up this middle if he wants to. I don't think he has to. With these Karambit Warriors, he could just run in. He doesn't know that Iron Fan's open, but he's got enough to take down a piece of wall and just run in with Karambit Warriors and be annoying at any moment he wants to.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct with that one. I mean, look at the military numbers. That's 65 to 16.
Yeah, so we see more buildings coming up from Iron Fan, but he's putting up 3 archery ranges and 2 stables. That's what he had here, and he wasn't able to hold it with the help of a castle. So I think he's just not able to keep up production-wise. That's why he keeps losing ground here. Oh, if we notice, he tried to do a sneak around the left side. He put down 3 stables, made some Cavaliers, but it looks like he never got a chance to use those as Ornlu walled him out. I'd like to see maybe a siege workshop and a battering ram take down those walls, and then maybe those Cavalier can get in and do some raiding and help him out here. But we do see that he's at 137 villagers, so he's trying. He's like, okay, if I can hold, I can build a strong enough army to handle this. But he keeps getting pop capped due to how much ground he's losing, how many houses he's built forward. It continues to hurt his ability to produce.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a Civ without ballistics. It would be completely useless. Okay. But I think Ornlu actually doesn't realize just how much better of a position he's in at the moment. With how much he seems to want to clean up everything before he advances. And he doesn't quite need to.
Yeah, it looks gloomy for sure. I mean, Ornlu even going for forced levi, so
wow.
Even that, I mean, he has luxury just to go for that one. I believe he's quite confident there for given reasons. And the only force that Iron Fan still has are those couple of, what you call it, hand cannoneers there, between the wood line and the house, and it's gonna be over in a couple of seconds, I assume.
Right, yeah, he just doesn't have enough to slow that down really at all. And he's able to clog up some choke points, take out some Karambit Warriors, but Ornlu's production is just so much better. Now he's about to roll in with his main force. The Trebs are not far behind, and he'll be able to continue to put this choke on Iron Fan. Hi Shees, this is a map called Hideout. You'll be seeing a lot of it today. It's actually the only map you'll be seeing today, as Weekend Smackdown is a one-day tournament with we go through one map, and by the end of the day we've got a winner.
Yep, exactly.
Worth pointing out, Ornlu was able to come the entire way around the map and take a relic right out from Iron Fan's nose, because he has that much map control. But what's Iron Fan's plan? Like, he's still playing, he's still fighting on. He's not even, he does keep building more stables, but he's been housed for a long time. Oh wait, oh sorry, that might just be my overlay, wasn't keeping up. Okay, no, he's not housed at the moment, I take that back. He's putting up more houses than he's losing. Good to know. But I just get notification, Ornlu's building a castle. Is it a forward castle somewhere? Wow, Ornlu's just flooding so much around the map. I'd actually like to see him go forward and get his production buildings closer.
By the way, just for the sake of mentioning it, the monk that you've mentioned, he died.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he didn't make it, unfortunately.
He went a little too hard on the walking right through Iron Fan's base. I think he went before that wall went up. He wasn't meant to go that direction ever.
Guess so.
Well, Iron Fan's just losing his starting TC now. He's pushed out of his base. Oh, we see those villagers cut through from Ornlu. So Ornlu's now just elite Karambit warrior just going in, going in. Not the most damage, not the strongest unit, but when they're raiding a wood line, they're just so hard to deal with.
Yep.
Ornlu rolling in with more and more upgrades, and he just continues to push this. He just push this, take map control, and just doing it well. Let's see if with that sneak, no, we don't see anything. We don't see anything coming out with that sneak from Iron Fan. It's worth noting, Iron Fan does have the resources to make a ton of trash units if he wanted to. So
you're right.
But he just can't keep up. And those Karambit Warriors just slowly picking off villagers. I think he lost about half his villagers. He was up about 140, now he's at 70.
That one, just a minute or two.
So strong. Once you get this far ahead, how much you can run. Ornlu just picking up every upgrade he wants, getting Leather Archer Armor at the moment, Bombard Tower, and there is the GG from Iron Fan. So we'll see Ornlu moving on to the round of 4. DemEyesRed, I will keep the stream going. I believe you probably have some bracket work to attend to at the moment.
Yeah, tiny bits, a couple of matches. I've updated already 3 matches.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. One of the matches from round 1, it's Blendon and Osvaldo. It's, I believe, Elite is still going on there.
Oh, wow.
And other than that, we'll see. I also need to contact some other players as well. There's some stuff to do, for sure.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Alright, well, I will hop around and let me know when you're ready, and I'm just going to keep on going.
Yes, just let me see. I also want to know about, what was it, Osvaldo and Blendon there for a second. I mean, just, yeah, they're still
playing. That game is still going. Alright, so you do you. I'll be jumping into D'Artagnan versus Militar Iski.
Oh yeah, that one is round number 2. Alright.
Hi everybody, we got a little bit of catching up to do, so this will be the second game we see today on this weekend Smackdown. Will be D'Artagnan, also known as Patriot. He's won a few weekend Smackdowns before. He'll be up against Scotty. D'Artagnan went for the Malians, and Scotty went for the Malay. Let's see what they can do with them. Give me just a moment to get some things aligned here, and we will jump right into this. Alright, so D'Artagnan in the gray here, and Scotty over here in the blue. Anyway, so what we see from this, D'Artagnan getting kind of the short end of the map generation stick here, having to deal with 3 sets of walls. It'll be very easy to break through this. Actually, sorry, I'm going to speed this up to make sure we catch up to real time as quick as possible here.
In the meantime, is your overlay?
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you. My bad. Sorry, everybody.
Happens.
Thank you, stream. Thank you, DemEyesRed.
You're welcome.
Actually, man. I guess I'm going a little too fast to catch up for some reason. There we go. AOE2 blind version. Anyway, so as we catch up here, well, sorry, I said Malians. I meant to say Malay. So we might see a little bit of the similar play from D'Artagnan here. Haven't seen Mayans yet today, so we'll see some different play for them. As far as the maps go, I pointed out D'Artagnan having to deal with 3 walls. He's got, okay, he does have a back gold. So one of his gold's very far forward, one of his stones, but his back gold and back stone are pretty defensible. This wood line is a lot thicker than last game, so we shouldn't see them cut through to each other nearly as quickly, unless of course one of them goes for it on purpose. As far as Scotty's map, both his golds are back. Both of his stones are forward and would be in range of towers if that happens here. As far as boars, I believe at this point Scotty has lured both of his in. Yeah, we see 2 broken pieces of wall, so the boars are probably about here and here. He's lured them in, going over to D'Artagnan. Yep, we see one there, one there. See the houses replacing the holes in the walls. Yep, they're both in already, so it looks like they both had successful boar lures. Both on 21, and Scotty's a little bit behind here, 22 villagers by a few seconds. So yeah, they're playing pretty mirrored of each other at the moment, which is good. Looks like they're both going for at least 23 villagers, if not more. Let's see, Scotty's going for his 5th, 6th. D'Artagnan looks like he's going towards 8 on wood. I believe we're going to be seeing a fast castle build out of both of these players here, assuming we see both of them get on gold on their next villagers here. Yep, 4 villagers queued up for D'Artagnan. Probably see him move over to gold shortly. And Scotty, we see only 1 more queued up, moving over to stone though. Let's see what choices he makes in the next about minute and a half here. Will give us a clue at what he's thinking. Okay, another villager queued up, still going towards stone though. What you would want to see in this situation is either a commitment towards towers or a commitment towards fast castle. And I'm not seeing either of those at the moment. So we're going to keep an eye on him, see what he's thinking.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, castles, a stone, that's actually an indication for a castle if you remind that it's the Mayans. But quite early there, also no gold for now. Interesting choice. Let's see. He's also pushing his deer though, so... Really?
Oh wow, that's a pretty far push.
Interesting for sure.
He'll give up a little bit of scouting for now, but actually with an Eagle Scout, that'll actually pick that back up pretty fast. Let's see what he scouted out. Yeah, he hasn't quite found D'Artagnan yet. So Scotty clicking up the field age now. 5 villagers on stone, none on gold. I'm confused, but we'll see how he pulls this off. He is a 2K player, so let's see how he does this here. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. We've got something to learn from this guy today with whatever he's thinking.
The most interesting thing about this is that D'Artagnan just found out about the stone there.
Yeah.
He's inside of the base.
D'Artagnan's actually gonna get stuck. Oh wait, no, there's another space open. If Scotty goes to wall that now, D'Artagnan's stuck in, and will that villager make it in time? Oh, it's gonna be extremely. Yes, it will. Blocks the scout, and yeah, this scout's gonna be stuck in and chased down by this Eagle Scout. Gonna need a villager to help though. Mine on stone, so basically plumes. Yes, I agree with you, John. But we don't see him on gold yet, so he's not gonna be able to get to Castle Age unless he expects to just abuse the market, which is also possible. But we have yet to see it. He doesn't quite have enough on food just... Okay, now he's laying down more farms. Okay. Let's see what he does. So that scout's actually going to be a bit of a blessing but a curse. Yes, he's stopped D'Artagnan's scout from scouting the rest of the map, but does it really matter? The market blacksmith going down, so his his choices must be... Oh, you know what? He's probably thinking he's going to sell stone for gold. That's the only choice I can see out of this.
I mean, it could be possible for sure, but
it's not efficient. Yeah.
Not efficient, and also he's gonna need more gold once he's in Castle Age and wants to produce more plumes. So, yeah.
Good with them. One of the prices will be to fall as soon as you see this. Yeah, selling for 91. Yeah, I don't get it, but I'm gonna guess that's what he's going for here. But he's gonna, yeah, he'll need the gold anyway for plumes. He's needs to make this move. Yep, there you go. Sold 200 stone, advancing to Castle Age. Interesting. Saves 100 wood. M and BS, so selling stone. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. DemEyesRed. Oh, cool. Give yourself a compliment from the chat there, DemEyesRed.
The Wheat Man, what's up, man? Thanks so much. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not casting too much here at this very moment.
It's okay.
Wills is doing the main work here because of the organizational stuff I need to do in the background. But all good, guys. I'm happy that you have a good stream.
Oh, no need to say that, man. The organizational work is hard. I understand. I believe what I'm doing here is a little bit easier than some of that background work at times.
No, it's both different, and it's both requiring a lot of attention, a lot of work. So I guess we're both doing something similar, but something so different. All good. But the most interesting thing for now, and now we find that now I feel happy and not anxious anymore. Scotty is going for gold.
Yeah.
Right there, right now.
We can stop sweating. How's he gonna make plumes without any gold?
Yeah. Oh my god. Whew. Finally. Alright, and he'll be up with the castle in a couple of seconds there for sure, while DraCoNT is going for crossbows. Interestingly. It's gonna be some kind of ranged fight for now. With the melee, as I've mentioned in the previous matchup, they have pretty decent pretty decent archer line. That's for sure. It's still gonna be interesting to see plumes versus crossbows for now, and later elite plumes and arbalists. But there's a problem with that one. Problem is, just quickly elaborating there, if DraCoNT continues to go for more crossbows, his opponent will be able to go for Eagle Warriors, basically, as they can tank a lot of damage that coming from expos, especially when they got those defensive upgrades. Therefore, it's going to be tricky for DraCoNT. That would force him to go for the infantry line in his barracks. But now those are just predictions.
Something worth pointing out, something very good from DraCoNT. He brought those 3 crossbows in just enough time to deny that castle for now.
Yes,
that's going to be enough to keep those villagers away. And Scotty doesn't have a barracks up. He wasn't thinking skirms at all, so he's forced into a siege workshop early to put out a mangonel.
I mean, it makes sense just to secure this area to build this castle, but it will be an important delay there for sure. DraCoNT is in control for now.
See, is he gonna? Let's see. As soon as this mangonel's out, yeah, he'll be pushing forward. So we can see in a few seconds here, and because he's definitely gonna want to get that castle up. Let's see, and there you go. Yep, those 3 crossbows picked up, and they're gonna be forced away from now.
Loving it.
So there might be a sweet spot for them to sit in and still harass villagers, but that castle will go up. I see him still putting in some damage, definitely saying, well, if I'm going to take this moment to still put some damage on those villagers, but the castle's going up. All 3 of those gold piles, or stone piles, will be locked down. That's going to be good for him. That's actually a decent generation now to have stone piles all locked down by 1 castle.
Yeah.
Plumed Archer's immediately queued here. Fletching coming in, and expect to see more castles by Scotty throughout this game.
Interesting choice there for sure.
So we see from DraCoNT, he's able to put up another town center sooner, as he wasn't committing into needing to get castle out.
That was my point exactly. The question is going to be what Scotty will do about this, is if he will go for 2nd TC as well. He could afford this, as both are going for expos. Obviously, the 3 TC, ideally 3 TC builder production will be legitimately possible, opposed to knights, for instance. So it's just going to be the question of for Scotty if he will really go for a 2nd TC. He should because he could afford to do so. Well, let's see. He's also going for a monastery, interestingly.
Yeah, I'm not... unless he's really convinced about collecting relics, and maybe that's his idea, as he has 2 very close to him. But
why not?
Don't quite see the need for monks, unless that's his decision here.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to go for additional gold income, he could afford more tax, would make his strats more viable. He could get, so to speak, free tax. And maybe. See, for now, we see the engagement between plumed archers there and X-Boss. The X-Boss are being pushed away. And that's actually an interesting sight.
I'd like to see it with the numbers DraCoNT had, even when it was even numbers. I would like to see him put some more damage in there. He definitely had 2 more crossbows showing up. I think he could have fought that a little more. I'd actually like to see him maybe close off this piece of the map, actually. Close off some raiding potential from the left side.
True.
Wouldn't be too much to close off there.
Beach Worship coming by DraCoNT. Probably gonna go for a Mangonel in order to protect his army there. But we have to keep in mind plumed archers, they're quite fast.
So fast.
Some nice micro. I mean, from people like the Max, we've seen it. They can, people like that, and also I believe Scotty is able to do so. They can micro their armies so well, especially if they're fast, like plumed archers. They can simply out micro a Mangonel. But easier said than done. For now, we'll see the Mangonel will be incoming there. At least I think so. For now, the Siege Worship doesn't do anything, interestingly. Let's see about that.
That's still not queued up. If Scotty plays this right, he's actually going to be able to sneak around with these plumes, but no, he's walking right towards those crossbows.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought his choice would have been to sneak around and raid, but no. Oh, we don't see ballistics in yet for DraCoNT. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see.
Yeah.
See if this Mangonel is going to get a shot off or not. No, okay, that's not going to do damage.
Won't be as effective anyway as he's on that hill. Okay, we both see that. But also he has +1 armor. Crossbow
oh, that's good.
Of DraCoNT. Yeah, definitely. Different choice there for sure, as Scotty does not have the +1 armor.
Hey, Scotty did just grab the second relic. He already has 1 return. Just grab the second relic close to his base. Looks like he's going south now to collect one of those 2 relics. He has that map control, so he'll probably be grabbing both of these, actually.
Yeah, makes sense.
Scotty is on a second TC now, but he is 11 villagers behind. Didn't quite get that out just fast enough.
Yeah, but if he gets the relics as soon as possible, there's a lot of theoretical villages on gold. In addition, ghost villages, so to speak. So maybe it could be a way to compensate that one. Still, it's a decent difference in villager numbers. You're right. Quite 15 villages. Wow.
Assuming he gets, it looks like he'll be getting 4 relics. That's about 7 villagers on gold, correct? Something like that? No?
I mean, John T. Kelly wrote down 5 relics, about 6 villas on gold.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Especially in Castle Age, that's super important.
Oh yeah.
If you keep in mind, I've said it. I mean, with the Mayans, you also have access to excellent Eagle Warriors, and you could basically tech into Eagle Warriors and Elite Eagle Warriors data, so to speak, for free. In terms of if you just keep in mind that relics are just free gold, you know, in that way. It would be nice for him because then he could just completely commit into plumed archers and go for Elite Eagle Warriors at the same time, but for free. It's really important.
Okay, so I actually see DraCoNT, he's moving forward with this Mangonel for some reason. He's probably, yeah, he's going to lose it for free there. That was kind of interesting. It was almost like he was scouting with it. That was a weird choice.
Definitely, you're right.
So these plumed archers, knowing that they just took out a Mangonel, they're gonna come in and see what kind of damage they can find. And okay, so that quick wall's up, but it's not strong, so this area won't be held for long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bad move for sure.
Oh, there's 2 Mangonels actually extremely close to each other. Who's ever got the better micro will be winning this.
Whoa.
Wait, was there a small hill bonus in there somewhere?
I was thinking the same. How did that happen?
Those crossbows almost just took a huge hit, but the Mangonel was actually targeting the gate. Whew, that was close.
Lucky. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Created Little. I like the chat today. Any chat that makes me laugh is a good chat.
Definitely.
Let's see. So now these plumes. See, so here's the power of the plumed archers. DraCoNT's gonna have so much time used up just by trying to run around. I missed it. He's about 30 seconds away from Imperial Age. I didn't notice that at all. And he's got the res to make a lot of choices. So let's see what he goes for. Did he not have a market up? This is his first market? How'd that happen?
Yeah. Forward markets denied.
Alright. Oh wow, it's still not being built actually.
Sticks also incoming now. Scotty clicking up for Imperial Age. Also Wheelbarrow. A little bit too late there, but still doing enough. Arbalest and Bracer, that's important.
Yes. That'll definitely buy him some time. It's worth noting Scotty is going for that 4th relic, just about to pick it up, and assuming he doesn't lose a lot of map control out of nowhere, that's going to make it home safe and sound. The forward market... Oh, is it going up? Is it go? Yeah, okay, those plumed archers won't notice them. So ballistics, arbalest, bracer just coming in right now. Let's see. So let's see what D'Artagnan chooses to do with this. Oh, if he doesn't push his fans, it's not great. Yeah, Sky does need to control this hill. Would like to see that from him. D'Artagnan not on any stone anywhere. Not that necessarily need to see castles from him, but it would be nice. Oh, there he's on stone. Did he just start? Because he was at 40 stone for the longest time. Okay.
Yeah, he just, I think he started a couple of minutes ago there because he has one pile on the south there that he uses. He needs to speed up a lot because, I mean, Scotty, lucky for D'Artagnan, he just went forward a tiny bit there. On the left-hand side of the space, Scotty just put down another castle, but he could indeed put a castle on that hill where this siege workshop and market of D'Artagnan is on the left-hand side of his own base. Castle there would be nice, and he could actually afford to go for that one, as D'Artagnan doesn't have a castle yet. And the earlier Scotty would go for a castle, a forward castle, the better for him, giving him the opportunity to keep up the pressure there significantly. So that would be one thing, but that's easier said than done. We are just observers, and Scotty simply doesn't have the map knowledge there, especially inside of D'Artagnan's base, which is the opposite for D'Artagnan himself, as he knows quite a lot about Scotty's base there. He was inside of his base with the Scots in the beginning.
So D'Artagnan tried to go around to the right with his entire army to push that way, yeah, but Scotty actually had a monk there, so he ended up seeing this coming, and he saw Scotty decided to put a castle on that hill to the right of his base that he probably wouldn't have if he didn't see those coming. So D'Artagnan's going to be able to be trying to push from the right here, and he probably will be able to, but he lost his element of surprise. That's really unfortunate.
Plus, he will be surprised in a couple of seconds. There we go. The castle is going to shoot. I actually first like the decision by D'Artagnan to come from the right-hand side, as he knows on the left-hand side there is a castle, at least one. But now there's also one on the right-hand side. That was excellently done by Scotty, actually, preventing D'Artagnan from coming in there. It's going to buy him some time to find an answer for that one. He's also placing down a siege workshop, Scotty, and he will be able to engage there.
I assume we'll see some defensive mangonels from him. D'Artagnan getting housed at the moment. It's worth noting D'Artagnan had 116 vills to Scotty's 79, even though they're both at the same military number. So D'Artagnan, he went up to 2 TCs earlier. He's on 3 TCs at the moment.
Yep.
And I believe oh no, Scotty did go up to 3 TCs eventually, just not keeping that villager production nearly as high.
Still, I see D'Artagnan could have stepped up his military gain there as well. And Scotty not leading too much, 43 military. But we have to keep in mind those are castle units here, plumed archers, therefore it's way more difficult for Scotty to increase in numbers. Let's see. I like the cap rams there for sure. This is going to be crucial when engaging.
Yes, and there's just so many of them. So we actually see something small but good what we saw from D'Artagnan. He actually put 2 arbalests on that wood line, because now that's getting so thin, he's able to range and he was able to harass a few villagers off that wood line. Yeah. So that's a kind of every little bit helps moment.
Yeah, you see how those cap ramps by D'Artagnan are not doing too much, they're just in the middle. I also don't like the timing of that, because D'Artagnan now forced to engage because of his own decision, but he does not have the military strength for that one. The arbalists only have +3, he doesn't have chemistry yet. So I think he should have waited a couple of more seconds there in order to deal more damage.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him wait until that castle was closer to being complete too.
True as well, you're right.
Looks like he's going to lose just about everything here. I mean, the castle will most likely go up.
Yeah.
But dang, yeah, he lost. He definitely would have had a great advantage there. Instead, he threw it all away.
Yeah. He doesn't even have chemistry right now. Just more seconds left there.
Wow. Yeah, that definitely is a deficit engagement that should have waited about 30 seconds and it would have been much, much more effective. And now he's getting Trebs out? Yeah, so if that was his plan, yikes. Why did he force that engage? Why did he choose to engage then? That's interesting. It's a very interesting play from him.
Yeah. Just FYI, in the middle of the map, the wood line, thinner than we would have anticipated now. Look.
Wait,
I mean, there's a chance for D'Artagnan to go inside there in a few minutes for sure.
yeah, any Onager or even these villagers themselves are going to cut through soon enough here.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll probably possibly see. Assuming there's this push doesn't 100% happen on the right, and there's any sort of stalemate, that might be the winning move if someone moves through there before the other player has time to react. So we're gonna see the Treb War, I believe, start any second now. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So both players hopefully repairing their castles in a moment here.
This looks odd, doesn't it? In the middle, the cap rams.
Yes, just fighting each other. Yeah, both of them soaking up so much fire.
Sure.
But looks like, yeah, Scotty's going to be forced back a little bit here because D'Artagnan had the advantages of getting Trebs out first, and his castle happens to be on a higher hill than those Trebs. So that's also going to help out in this fight.
Is it? Let me see. Is it really? I mean,
I believe it's a couple tiles higher. Is it?
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I think it's one higher than the other castle.
Interesting for sure.
Either way, there's so many Trebs on it that it's going to go down. I believe D'Artagnan's going to come out, possibly come out on top in this Treb War here. But those, not those siege. Oh, did he just? Oh, I might be about 2 seconds behind.
Oh, sorry for this.
It's okay. No, it really was like 2 seconds. Like the trebuchet, the rock was in the air.
Okay. So, yeah, you've mentioned it a couple of times, but the villager difference is going to be crucial for sure. It's 139 for D'Artagnan and 88 for Scotty. While the fight may look a little bit of an equal situation, even though D'Artagnan is going forward a tiny bit more, it's going to be way more difficult for Scotty to back this one off, because first of all, his main unit comes out of a castle, and he's just lost one there. So the reinforcement, okay, now he has another one there, but the reinforcements will be still super expensive, and his economy is not as strong as the one of D'Artagnan. So theoretically speaking, with the economy, D'Artagnan would win if he goes for the right decisions. Another forward castle there incoming.
Okay. Yeah, it's something we're pointing out that D'Artagnan could lose this whole army and still replace it. He's got the res. He'd be fine.
He's got the res. And Thorsten just asked, should he switch to Eagles or is it too expensive? Well, theoretically speaking, as Scotty has 4 relics, one could assume, well, if they have the same amount of villagers, it would be way easier for Scotty, and a really wise decision to go for Eagles right now. But his economy is nowhere good. It's going to be way tougher for him to go for that one. I believe it's not possible at this very state. Go for Eagles.
Yeah, he keeps losing more and more ground. Another castle about to go for D'Artagnan. Yeah, it is because of the eco difference. As that was being answered, you could see that Scotty didn't even. He was below 100 wood even. He couldn't even built a barracks. Now he has one, but he's not ready to tech into that. We'll see him maybe dance around the map a little bit here, try to get a little bit creative here. One thing going for him is the fact that he has siege rams, while D'Artagnan only has access to cap rams. We'll see elite plumed archers coming in from him. It'll help. It'll definitely help, especially if he plans to keep making it. But I do like. I would like to start seeing the Eagle Warrior transition.
I mean, it makes sense to go for Eagle Warriors, theoretically speaking, but I guess elite plumed archers is his only choice now.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the res, doesn't have the eco.
So yeah, and plus we're talking about Arbalists fully upgraded FU Arbalists. There we go, and. FU Arbalists actually are the only type of ranged units, I mean, in terms of if you compare it to crossbows versus the fully upgraded eagles in the castle age and so on, they're the only ones that actually start to deal decent damage to those units, to Eagle Warriors. And now, even if Scotty went for Eagle Warriors, he needs to mess up his army so much to have that critical mass to overpower those Arbalists, but not gonna be possible. Not gonna be possible.
Seemed like he was kind of pushing back for a moment there, but now with those 5 trebs behind, some rams, yikes, he's going to keep losing more and more ground here, and this eco's going to get worse and worse. And we are 1 tree away from Dartagnan being able to walk in, but actually a castle going up there for Scotty, and that castle will go up. It's going to do some damage, but not a lot.
In the meantime, he'll lose his initial TC there. Right there.
Yes.
Bad stuff.
More trebs coming in. Man, it seems like, yeah, Dartagnan's able to just keep pushing this. As much as Scotty is like taking small engagements and seeming to come out on top, like military versus military as he takes them, he just keeps losing ground behind it. Especially as he loses castles, he loses TCs. That's just so costly for him. Effectively, so much of his eco is now open. With the fact that he's only going elite plumes, losing every castle counts so much.
Right.
Maybe, if I was him, maybe I cut through and try to raid with a handful of plumes. He's got to, this is a moment to get creative and hope for something.
Yeah, you're right. Get creative.
Did we see Dartagnan lose most of his Arbalest? Did I look away and miss most of that?
Wait a second. I've just looked into the middle once you've set creative there. And now look back. Where's his army, man?
Yeah, where'd it go?
Wait a second. How did this happen that fast?
Did he... was there that many siege rams and he wasn't microing properly? I'm legitimately confused. Where'd it go?
Dude, I've just didn't look for 5 seconds, man. How did this happen?
I'm dumbfounded. Wow. I don't know. I'd love to answer honestly, like what I think happened, but my answer is I've been fooled. He clicked delete on all of them. I don't know.
Yeah, it certainly looked like this. Like delete all of them.
Are elite plumed archers that much stronger than Arbalest? I don't think so. Not that much stronger that all of a sudden the army would disappear.
I mean, look at those skeletons, man. It looked like a huge bomb or something.
Maybe there was 1 or 2 mangonels. No, I don't see any mangonels.
No, that wasn't a mangonel for sure. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Wait, now we see a whole bunch of plumed archers also gone. Well, we did see a castle go down. Huh. Somebody's got the Black Plague. That's the only answer.
Yeah, it's something like that. Something like that.
Why isn't he switching to skirms? Which player? They both could argue skirms at the moment.
Both could, and Dartagnan is doing it for sure. He has 8 skirms now, the upgraded ones. And Scott is doing the same right now. So,
something from Scotty that we'd like to see. Yes, he did cut through, and he's just sending a few elite plumed archers in there to be annoying. And it will be.
How did this happen?
I don't know.
All of the situation, it's just mind-blowing right now. Wow.
Hi, El Hujum. Oh, is that how you say it?
The Saracens say that.
Oh, is that how you spell that? Oh, I never knew that. Oh, wait, who did we get the GG from? Wait, who Dartagnan GG'd?
Dartagnan GG'd, man.
What?
Incredible, man. The last 2 minutes or something in the game.
Okay, so who's messing with me? Did he delete his army?
So what that would be that Scotty proceeds to the finals.
Let's
just update this. And we are about to watch. I mean, DraCoNT is still playing against Lord Blendon, as far as I can tell, because DraCoNT didn't give me any further update.
There wasn't it's not that the middle didn't go walled, it's that it what was I saying? What am I trying to say with that? It's that it got cut through. It was much thicker. It was about, you can see the brown, you can see how thick it was. It was about that thick at the start of the game. So it's just that much got cut through in the meantime. That's what happened there. This is why they gone GG. No, that's, I mean, kind of, sort of. It's a little bit of what happened.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that for sure.
But it happens.
Alright, so I'm just currently waiting for DraCoNT's answer there. And, oh yeah, it's... Okay, it's just started.
Oh wait, which, is this the final?
No, this is the semi-final.
Okay, thank you. You have the bracket being updated, correct?
Yes, sir.
I guess I'm looking at the wrong version of
about
it.
DraCoNT, you mean? That's the only thing I haven't updated. That's all.
The link I have isn't updating.
At all?
At all.
Oh no, guys! I'll just update it then.
I think I'm looking at like an admin original version of it. I think that's why.
Okay. Well, that happens. And there we go. There we go.
We shall see as we move on. Aha! Okay, there we go. That's the bracket we want. There we go. Now, I will give me a moment so I can share that with share that on screen, and we'll get this taken care of here.
Perfect. So yeah, Scotty is in the finals, and then we have DraCoNT and Orly right now in the semifinals.
Hey everybody, there we go. Now we can take a peek at this. Take a peek at how the day has progressed here with Lord Landon winning that spot and Honey winning that spot, but then both getting knocked out in their next round. So we saw Ornalu move on. We saw Scotty move on. Those 2 games. Oh no, we didn't see that game with Scotty, but moved on from that round. D'Artagnan, we just saw Scotty take down D'Artagnan. So is the DraCoNT Ornalu game going on right now?
Yeah, they've just started a couple of seconds ago.
Okay. Alright, then I will be jumping into that. Oh, it says Ornalu versus Clown. That's silly. I didn't know DraCoNT had another name. Oh, are they currently choosing civs?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
All good, man.
But here's where we are, everybody. We're at the DraCoNT versus Ornalu stage. Ornalu. I gotta teach myself to pronounce that properly. Ornalu, baby.
Exactly like that.
Exactly like that?
With
exactly. Ornalu, exactly. Baby. See how he feels about that. I'll ask him later in the day.
I'm sure he will find it convenient. Really nice.
Well, this is something that's nice. So I'm gonna guess Ornalu's never got a chance to play DraCoNT before, and I wish him the best. That's something that's cool about this. Like I often reference when I was playing in the Extreme Streamer Showdown.
Sure.
If I would have advanced one stage further, I would have ended up playing as the Viper when I was still like a 1250 player. Oh my gosh! Not that I wouldn't still get destroyed, but even back then, oh my gosh, I would have needed like a 15-minute head start. Oh, do I still have another game? Man,
probably. Game is starting right now for your information.
Thank you. I think I'm in another game room or something. I had a problem launching.
Oh, maybe you still have the game open? Previous one?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
I'll try to jump back in. There you go. Okay, it launched. It launched this time. That was just some weird fluke.
Oh, good man.
All right, everybody. Well, welcome. So this is the last semifinal game of Weekend Smackdown number 6. We're gonna see DraCoNT in purple playing as the Mongols against Ornalu in yellow playing as the Aztecs. 2 civs that we have not been able to see again, and I gotta say, I'm excited to see a play from these 2 players. DraCoNT being a player you hear a good bit about. Plays mostly arena, I believe.
Yes, sir. Confirmed.
And Ornalu, another streamer actually, and this will be his first time we're seeing him in Weekend Smackdown.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. Join in. I'm at 1:53 now. Okay, cool. So I think I'm up to date.
Perfect.
Cool. I see DraCoNT pulling in his first boar rather early, but good for him. And if it's close, you can grab it. Yeah.
It makes sense because with the Mongols you have
the extra hunt.
Yeah, extra hunt speed, especially, and you can click up way faster than. Maybe that's his plan. I mean, I'm actually quite surprised that he chose the Mongols. But with the Mongols, he has excellent fuel age, and also late game is pretty decent there for sure. So I'm just curious if he wants to do something in the early game. The fact that he goes for the boars that fast. The second one as well, as you can see.
He's even pushing deer already too. Yeah. Oh, that one deer just walking back on him. Annoying. That's unfortunate. Okay, he's gonna have the second boar in, safe and sound. Right as that other boar finishes too. Just perfect timing from him. Not quite a perfect lure, but it's gonna be okay.
You're right.
He's about 2 tiles off of where he probably wants to be. Oh well. Definitely. It's very nitpicky, but that's how you get with some of the guys who play a good bit of perfect games.
For sure. I mean, we have to be honest here. DraCoNT is a 2K2 player, at least. His current elo is 2,199, and on Arena, of course, one of the better players for sure.
Maybe Hideout. Maybe he'll be thinking a little too safe here. Maybe let's see if Hideout can make him stumble up.
Yeah, let's see for sure. I mean, could be.
That's what do we see from Ornlu? We see him going for. Let's see, he's got plenty there. He's on his way to mill berries now. 4 on wood. I believe we're seeing a fast castle build out of him.
Yeah, and I was just going to mention this one as well. So Ornlu has 4 villagers and DraCoNT has 2 villagers. This is really suspicious. And what we see most importantly is on the left hand side, he has 3 villagers on stone now. He's chosen to go for this boar and the deer. Just 1 deer there, unfortunate for him. As soon as possible, he is going forward with 4 villagers. Well, what could this be?
Yeah, we see the scouts guy on the walls now. The 4 villagers coming forward. Yeah. We're definitely seeing towers from. We're gonna see some towers from DraCoNT here. 10 out of 10 definitely come. Let's see. I'm gonna take a look at his point of view. He hasn't scouted the whole wall yet. He's gonna come up pretty empty-handed here. These towers aren't really gonna do much. They're gonna maybe deny 1 stone, but that's it. They're gonna be annoying. That's for sure. But they're not gonna be super effective.
Ornlu has a really perfect map. We haven't talked about it too much, but Ornlu has all of his resources inside, and this is gonna be really important because you've said it. It's not gonna be as efficient. Still, DraCoNT, he has clicked up with 15 pop, man.
15. Wow. And 4 of those are going to be... Wait, no. 1 of them's a scout. 4 villagers are going to be dropping towers. So 10. He is a 10 villager economy right now. Jeez, dude.
Yeah, exactly. 3 villagers on stone.
So wait, so feudal age is going to come in right... Right, let's see this right now. So does Ornlu know? Does he know right now towers are coming?
No,
he's got to.
Of course. He's got to, man.
7:33 feudal time. I believe that's faster than most drush times.
Yeah, most drushes. Yeah. Well, yeah, they if they come in, it'll for sure. Way faster. But Ornlu anticipates really well, and he goes for stone. No, he doesn't. He actually just I thought he places down a mining camp there.
Well, if anything, he'd go for his backstone. That's not gonna get pressure. But he's gonna try to start walling up to make sure this tower rush doesn't get any further. Need to see him commit more villagers to it though. Otherwise, those villagers are gonna walk right in. Actually, you know what? Yep. Unless DraCoNT approaches very slowly with those towers, Ornlu could just engage with more villagers. Because DraCoNT went up so early. Yeah, even... No. Oh, so we'll see 1 more tower. But yeah, this scout will go down from the villager Eagle Scout combo. I'd actually like to see Ornlu aggressively defend this. Don't worry about the walls. He could aggress this with, 6 or 7 villagers.
Yeah. There's always a question what to do when you get trushed. What kind of options do you have? One of them is, of course, go for many villagers. Yeah. Now he's just walling it.
Let's see. So DraCoNT's just gonna keep trying to break through, drop more towers. But yeah, Ornlu really could just he could fight this off. Maybe I don't want to say go for militia, but scouts are gonna be enough to fight this off. Because DraCoNT's gonna have no eco to back this up at all.
Yeah, well, for Ornlu it's even better, as he has access to eagles once he's in the field ledge.
Oh, yes. I didn't think about it like that.
Way better then. They can tank up quite some damage there. In this case, in this very specific case. Let's see.
Does the scout gonna finally go down? No, the scout's not gonna go down yet. Yeah, if I'm Ornlu right now, that tower's forward enough that I go and I fight it. But he's not going to. Shame.
So Torsten said, "I would love to see Arnold's face when he saw DraCoNT knocking on his door." What was your initial reaction would be if you see someone clicking up with 7 minutes and 30 seconds?
Do I know the other player? Do I know who I'm up against?
Well, yeah. Let's say DraCoNT. You play
It's
against
DraCoNT.
DraCoNT and you see 7:30. What would you?
My thought is, oh my gosh, towers!
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
damn it, DraCoNT. I know what you're doing. I know your game. But Ornlu's gonna get this defensive tower up first. Oh no, not first. So here starts the tower war. And Ornlu, they're actually tied villager-wise now, but I mean, Ornlu's eco is going to be so much better because he's been at home collecting resources this whole time.
Yeah, that's for sure. But interestingly, DraCoNT actually keeps up with villager numbers there. That's really well done there. But you're absolutely correct. 4 villagers are there in the front, and they're not doing anything for the sake of his economy. So it's going to be a tough one. Arnold will theoretically have the better economy, but the question is going to be how he will actually deal with this messy situation at home.
Okay, so he's going to get this tower up that's a little bit behind his gold. I would like to see a little bit more forward here. But assuming this tower rush doesn't go any further than those 2 towers, he's going to have stone and gold to mine. He's actually going to be okay. So if he can get up to Castle Age to get out of Mangonel, he's going to be able to clean this up. He's already in a position to defend this and still collect resources. And yes, Thorsten, thank goodness he's not Koreans. Ooh, I would have liked to see.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
But with the Koreans, he wouldn't be able to click up that fast, though. We also need to keep that one.
This
The
is
only
true.
reason why this is so mad is because DraCoNT has the Mongols. That's for sure.
Would like to see. Ah, darn! I was hoping Ornlu would get the blacksmith up first and get fletching first, but DraCoNT has already got the blacksmith coming up about halfway, a little more than halfway down, 70%. Yeah.
That's
Let's see. So
for sure.
where's DraCoNT moving next? He's definitely gonna be thinking more towers. Just where's it gonna go? Or is he finally leaving?
He actually even had the opportunity to go for that tower on the gold there, as there's not much backup in order to secure it. You could just attack it with his villagers, theoretically speaking, of course.
Right.
But instead, he goes to the right hand side.
Okay, so he's going for another tower over there. Ornlu's got the numbers though, so he can force his tower down faster. So I actually like to see DraCoNT maybe lose some here. Oh yep, he's gonna ditch that tower. Nope, can't commit to that much effort. DraCoNT could probably get one more tower, maybe pushing Ornlu off another farm, but that would be it for the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so DraCoNT's gonna put one more tower in the back there, then I'm gonna guess that's it for now. We see fletching coming in now for DraCoNT, but wheelbarrow for Ornlu, so that's nice. He is up by 2 villagers. DraCoNT has now moved into enough farms so to keep villager production up, so we'll see that from him. This actually could morph out pretty well for Ornlu here. He might be able to take some of this back.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Alright, so DraCoNT now moving on to gold. So, got farms. He's still collecting stone. I wonder. I'll probably keep those villagers forward. If he's gonna get up to Castle Age, then possibly a castle drop somewhere.
This could be one way. Depends on what Arnold does. Depends on how fast Arnold will be, and in terms of striking back. If Arnold is fast enough, of course, DraCoNT would have the resources to place down towers in order to defend his own base. Then that's also an option to use the stone defensively.
Right. So Mark coming up for Ornlu, so he's gonna have the buildings to get to Castle Age, but he doesn't have the food yet. He's a little bit heavy on gold at the moment.
Too much on gold. That's a little mismanagement, so to speak. But yeah, with the market, he could rebalance then.
Let's see. I don't think he'll have quite enough resource in the bank to click the castle right now, unless he sells some stone. But I'd like to see him save that stone and get a defensive castle up. So DraCoNT for now just going to be mining that gold
not good enough.
Outside Ornlu's walls, which Ornlu can't see. Okay, I wasn't sure. Alright, so now we've got probably a little bit of time. Both of these players are going to be working on their ecos and thinking about how am I going to get up to Castle Age. See, so yeah, does Ornlu have enough in the bank to make this work? He does.
Yep.
He'll be clicking up to Castle Age right about now.
Yep, he does.
There it is. Sweet. Hope to see Siege work from shop from him. Mangonel's out. And DraCoNT actually a lot further behind. His castle age time he won't be clicking up for another probably about 2 minutes here before he has the resources. Oh,
I would say
maybe I'm wrong, unless he's gonna sell everything.
He now needs a bit more growth. Then yeah, he'll be able to click up in less than a minute.
Okay, see exactly how far he'll be behind. Okay.
Now the question is also going to be, what about Aztecs and Mongols? Castle Age, of course. With Aztecs obviously one of the top tier 1v1 civilizations, it's going to be tough for DraCoNT, but he still has access to a lot of good units. It will really depend on what kind of units they will go for, each of them. So will Arnu go for the archer line? That could be one way. Or will he go for the eagles? This could be a way, not sure. DraCoNT has access to good knights, really good cav archers. Could all work out in a way. And as both are clicking up quite at the same time, only with a little advantage that time-wise. Could be interesting to see what Arnu will do.
How do you feel about a siege monk push from Ornlu? Because we'll already see some siege from him in order to clean up his base here.
Yeah, it could work, especially if DraCoNT would then make the mistake to go for what you say, knights. Yeah,
that'd be really nice to see.
Yeah, could be even. I mean, even cav archers would be a problematic situation when they face monks, especially if the numbers are not that high. But interestingly, now we see DraCoNT actually moving forward, and actually, I guess the thing that you've just mentioned will take place, and that is a castle incoming.
Yep. So Ornlu putting up a castle exactly where I want to see it. It's just a shame that tower's in the way. He needs to move his villagers to the left, so they're not constantly taking fire.
Plan, man.
Wait, even the same exact spot?
kinda. I mean, look at this. He's now spotted everything there. He's aware of the fact that there's a castle. He's trying to deny us by attacking it with his +1 watchtowers, as he got fletching.
I think there's a couple tiles though the villagers are gonna be safe from. So
yeah, those two.
That's gonna go up. Right? Yeah. Well, there's another tile. Ornlu's just not using it. The left of that.
Oh yeah. Or is it?
Oh, did he just get Bodkin as well, just for the extra range? No, okay. Alright, but Ornlu's gonna force this up. Yeah, he's gonna lose a couple villagers in the process, but that castle placement's very worth it for him. Completely stop any more of this push from coming in, and will even take down these towers that are putting pressure on him.
Yeah, the problem is,
that's a lot of
many villages, man.
Yeah, he should have if he was gonna commit like that, he should have committed faster.
Right, and more in a safer way. Easier said than done, obviously. But this castle now helps him to secure this area for now.
Ooh, what was nice to see that castle actually ranged a lot of villagers of DraCoNT and took down 5, 6. Oh, even more. It was 6 total.
Even more. Wow.
You see 4 near the castle, and there was 2 more on the way back. That's very nice.
Wow.
So if I'm Ornlu, I think do I have the stone? Yeah, I've got the stone wood. I think I go try to force down a tower to deny that castle. But it looks like that's not going to happen from him. Okay.
Yeah, too much of a risky move as he's lost a lot of villages himself.
I wonder if maybe start building petards.
Yeah. Away as well.
Because that castle's going to be annoying being that close, but this isn't looking bad. Both players dropping a town center at about the same time. Ornlu's going to go up first because he has a lot of villagers on it. But DraCoNT's actually looking like he wants more and more stone here, so that's what he's going to be going after.
Yeah. He's going for a second TC, as I've mentioned. Ornlu goes for 3 TCs in total.
Oh, I didn't see that third one. Thank you.
Interesting stuff there. So Ornlu wants to play it more defensively. I mean, as we see, it's completely defensive what he does. It can work. I've said it in the match where we had Malay versus Persians. With the Persian guy being in a more defensive position, you can still win if you defend your base and go for super defense and super move, theoretically speaking. But it's about DraCoNT now. If he will keep up the pressure with this forward castle, there's a first strong move doing that. But how will he continue? What's his next move gonna look like is the question.
I'm not sure. It looks like he's thinking his next move is going to be another castle, but it looks of how he's collecting. Maybe we'll see here. Or maybe he's actually he's probably preparing to go up to Imp and build Trebs. Looking at his resources.
Yeah, actually you're right. Imp seems to be the plan here, as he's not going for any kind of military.
I wish. Let's see. Ornlu, I believe, is thinking the same thing. Yep, selling, abusing the market right now. He'll probably be a little bit behind. Let's see. Let's see if looks like both players have the same thing in mind, and we'll probably be pulling it off at similar times here.
Yeah.
I think Ornlu would be in a better spot if he kept selling. Let's check prices real quick. Yeah, selling wood's only worth 56 gold at the moment. So yeah, you can see both players have been abusing the market.
Sure. DraCoNT now clicking up there.
Yep. And Ornlu, I'd really like to see him. There you go, sell the wood, buy food. Okay, come on. You're one click away from doing it, man. You can do it. Don't want to be this far behind. There we go. Okay, just clicked up. Sweet. So he's only going to be about 40 seconds behind? Yeah, just 38 seconds behind. So I assume from DraCoNT we'll see that Treb click right away. So this 40 seconds probably going to mean a lot.
I believe even 50 seconds, right? I mean, it says 30, 38 to 31, 16. But yeah, it's
nearly math. Nearly math.
Not that much, but it's still a little bit.
Nearly math.
No problem, man, no problem.
It's okay. Is it only me, or is the overlay HUD pretty small? This one?
Yeah, the one that you have a bigger resolution there with your screen, right?
Yeah, I do. So I don't think the overlay is actually small. It's just my screen is big.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Which is nice, man. Just
nice. We see Ornlu going after. He's definitely going heavy in the monks, which I kind of like. Assuming he can keep his Trebs alive, I like the choice of monks to try to convert as many Mangadai as possible.
Could be working for sure. Let's see. So with DraCoNT being able to click up earlier, you've said as well, the Trebs is going to be important, and DraCoNT will start the Treb war earlier than Ornlu, as he'll be up faster. But let's see if Ornlu's decision to go for monks will pay out.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he's definitely got a Sword State, Fervor, Sanctity. So those monks are going to be pretty tanky. I think by the time they come out, they're going to be at least 60 HP. Based on those two upgrades, and the monks getting +5 health as Aztecs for everything researched.
Yeah, true. There's that as well. Let's see, yeah, Trebs are incoming now for DraCoNT, so he'll do his best to take down the castle first of all, and probably then he's gonna aim for the TC.
I can just barely. Okay, thanks for that input, everybody. I'll see what I can do outside of the stream. See if I can make that bigger at all. Yeah, I'm casting in 2K. That's why.
2K casting, man.
2K casting, literally. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
At any point, can you convert Trebs? I don't think I've ever seen that. Not sure. But okay, if he's gonna set up behind the castle, it doesn't matter anyway. But it's worth noting, Ornlu also getting Trebs out, so we'll probably see. Hopefully, we see some repairs from both players to keep their castles alive. Oh, actually, Ornlu, the long game from Stark here. Ornlu can't get on that stone. He can't repair. Oh, DraCoNT being a little annoying. He's putting more towers in the south.
Yeah, in the south, right?
I just noticed that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough situation for Ornlu to get out of this one. You've mentioned the stone is being denied here, basically, and that's really bad for him. Won't be able to repair the castle. I mean, he still has a little bit of resources. It's not gonna be impossible. He's repairing it right now.
Yeah, he just bought some stone. He might be a little too late though to start. I think he needs to put a 5th villager on there in order to go up against 6. Yep, it's gonna go down probably right. Yeah, right there. That was close. He was within 100 100 health of keeping it alive. Oh, and there's the GG from Ornlu.
GG indeed. Come on, man.
I mean, it was good play from DraCoNT. Good it's like good mechanics of play, I should say, you know. He didn't necessarily take a lot of ground. He didn't do anything too flashy there. But he did slowly but surely and definitely win that game at the end there. X-Pawn, it is definitely a little too late to sign up, but we do this every week. So you're welcome to join every Sunday, sir or miss. Let's keep this rolling. I believe that's going to take us to the finals, and the finals are going to be DraCoNT versus Scotty. Thank you. Yeah, check that out, baby. Our 1 and 2 seed advancing. Nice. That happens. There's the brackets right there. Also, by the way, it's exclamation mark bracket. That's why. Just send me some money and you can join. That is not the truth, Thorsten and Pawn. It's not.
Yes.
Join RJ. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Hi, everybody, but we can get in this next game. Pawn, you're welcome back next week, man. We're actually going into the final right now.
Sure, I've got everything updated. The brackets are up to date there. DraCoNT versus Scotty.
Okay. DraCoNT being our top seed, correct? Yes. Just want to make sure I have that. And Scotty, I believe, has an underscore before. Yes, he does. Oh, man. Going into pick sieves now. Oh man. Oh man, everybody. Best of 6? Oh, no. DemEyesRed to host a best of 6 of you. Oops.
Okay, that's
wrong button. One. There we go. That's what I wanted to show. Oh man, everything's off by a little bit. You see that? That's weird.
What you mean?
Everything I just put on the overlay is off by a space.
Oh, let me see. Let me see.
I'm fixing it now, but yeah. My bad, that was weird.
All good, man. All good.
Easy to fix, easy to fix. The power of OBS here, everybody. There we go. All good indeed.
Yeah, it looks good, looks good.
Our finals best of 3. Yes, finals are best of 3. It's a good time. It is a very good time. Why is my Ruby going nuts? There we go, okay. Okay, I know. Alright, so we'll be going to the best of 3 of DraCoNT versus Scotty. I believe DraCoNT already has a weekend Smackdown win under his belt, and Scotty does not. Let's see, we'll call him the underdog here, trying to take a win.
For information for all of the viewers, DraCoNT's current elo is 2,199 and Scotty 2,081.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. And just in about a minute here, spectator delay is happening. We'll be getting into this game. Nice.
Alright, game is starting.
Same. Hi, hello everybody. This is Willis35. I'm met this week by Mr. DemEyesRed. We're casting the finals of Weekend Smackdown number 6. This week happens to be Hideout. That's what we're showcasing today. This final will be DraCoNT in purple. He chose the Goths versus Scotty in blue, who went with the Aztecs. Both going for kind of arena civvies here.
Well, I'm just completely shocked by what we've seen. Aztecs versus Goths. And DraCoNT even said himself, "Damn, well, yes sir, it's gonna be a really tough one." Wow, this is gonna be really difficult.
Well, as the better game knowledge player here, go ahead and tell us, why is it going to be so bad?
I mean, I've seen a lot of Goth against Aztecs on Arena taking place lately. I believe it was many of Matthias versus, I don't even know, was it DraCoNT himself? Well, enough with the guesses. So, with Aztecs, basically, you can hard counter Goth so easily, especially Goths. What can they do? Well, in the mid game, you can actually go for archers. That's not a problem. But late game, your only strength is basically going for infantry and mass them in a way that you win with quantity over quality, right? But, well, with the Aztecs, you can do everything to counter that one. You have access, first of all, you have access to Jaguar Warriors, who as a unique unit, who have the specialty to deal bonus damage against infantry. It's going to be way too difficult to win with Huskarls or even champions and whatnot. Forget about halberdiers or something like this. It's going to be super difficult, and therefore, in order to be successful in this matchup, DraCoNT needs to either go for the relics right away to profit from gold, and also bleed out his enemy in terms of play it in a way that there's no gold left on the map anymore, so DraCoNT can win with his own gold units there, but that's super, that's impossible nearly. It's possible, but super unlikely to happen that way. And therefore, tough quest for DraCoNT. Let's see.
Okay, cool. Thank you for all that input and definitely the insight for myself and some of our viewers here who might not have that kind of information on hand. Okay, we'll take a look at the maps. So say about DraCoNT's situation here. One of his golds is back and good, but his other one not so much. So definitely, you know, if this goes too late game, that gold's gonna get dried up, and he will be having to fight for golds, external golds. But we'll take a look at those relics. That actually might play into him. He has 4 relics that spawned much more on his side of the map. So if that's what he's thinking, he's got that help.
For sure. You're right. The relics are certainly in favor for DraCoNT position-wise. That's absolutely correct. Looking at Scotty's base there, well, his resources are all close to the edge of his map there. A couple of resources outside and whatnot, and also this one single relic on the right-hand side of his base, or bottom right-hand side.
Okay.
Doesn't look too good neither there. Let's see though. Let's see. I mean, with Hideout, it's certainly a different gameplay in comparison to Arena. Therefore, we can still expect some feudal aggression. Let's see.
I don't think we'll be seeing towers this time. Yeah, we see neither player going on the stone right now. So seeing some normal play this. Thankfully, yes. No 15 pop tower rush this time through.
Oh yeah,
happens. Okay. Let's see what we see from both players. I think both click. Who's that? DraCoNT clicking up on 19 pop, 18 villagers to feudal, while Scotty still has. Let's see how many villagers. He still has 2 more villagers queued up, so he'll be going a little bit later here. What's DraCoNT thinking right now? He must be thinking some sort of feudal aggression, maybe scouts for map control, but that's about all I can think at the moment. You're welcome, Nightmare. I always notice that when somebody types, and hi, welcome to the stream. Let's see what DraCoNT chooses to wait. We stand corrected. Do you see what I see?
Yeah. I was just waiting for you to finish.
Oh man. See 4 villagers moving to stone, 4 villagers on wood, 4 villagers going forward. And oh, you know what though? But Scotty's gonna see it. His eagle's gonna run into him right now.
That's really important. That's
good.
Super crucial.
See, so how's Scotty gonna deal with this? How's he gonna react?
Scotty now should be aware of. Yeah, he's closing. He needs to close all the gaps there. He has 2 of them, 2 holes.
And a third one in the back even.
Yep.
Oh wait, he's actually going forward.
He's going for the counter. Oh my god.
Well, he's not clicking up he's not clicking up to feudal anytime soon. Yeah, so this is gonna be a villager war. Oh, there we go. Yes, so this is good. So all that wasted time for DraCoNT. Nice. DraCoNT's able to click up both eco upgrades. So let's see. Okay, so that the Eagle Scout shouldn't engage. Oh, that Eagle Scout almost got picked off. That was too close.
Wow. Scotty still has a couple of idle wills there, but he's doing well by chasing. Yes, that's really important.
In a moment like this, at what point do you call it quits and go back?
Yeah. Oh, the bear is attacking there.
Is the bear? Who's the bear aggro against? DraCoNT?
Against DraCoNT.
Okay.
Scotty says a bear.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Has he not seen bears before?
I mean, it looks odd. I wasn't prepared to see a bear. I'm honest here.
Yeah. Oh, so DraCoNT ran so far back with all these vills to the point that now he's actually outnumbering Scotty's vills. Will Scotty notice this and turn around? Yeah, he turns around immediately. Oh, that bear will not pick off the vill. So does DraCoNT go back forward? It looks like he does. Yeah, still moving forward. Is that spectator overlay a bit different? No, it's just displaying small because I'm using a bigger screen. That's it. So DraCoNT's still going.
2K, man.
Streaming in 2K, man. Exactly. So Scotty putting up barracks. Maybe we'll see Eagle Scouts from him. He's not on gold at all yet, but he's moving there right now.
Well, it's looking still a bit bad there for Scotty right now, as his scout died there. Lucky hit by DraCoNT's scout. That's important.
So we're just gonna see continuous villager war here.
Yeah.
Militia actually coming out from Scotty. Interesting. just to add to the numbers fighting. And it's a little, and you don't have to micro militia so much.
True. So many villages by Scotty though.
Yeah, this is.
DemEyesRed.
I'm actually not worried about. I'm more worried about Scotty now with how much he's been committing to this and just the back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, 10 villages. Those were 10 villages.
I feel like DraCoNT's actually playing him a little bit by making him idle so much.
You're right. And his villager counts now it's kind of equal. DraCoNT is maybe leading with half a villager there, not more. But yeah, you're right. He's maybe playing there a little bit. He has 5 villagers, and he makes sure that 10 villagers, or it used to be 10. Now it's a little bit less. But about 10 villagers are not idle, but not doing anything, contributing to his own economy there. But now he is actually trying to go for a trush himself, it seems.
Yeah, I believe he'll have to after this much commitment to it. I think he has to give it a try as well.
Sure. Interesting stuff there.
Yeah, now, is there much to pick off? That stone is it's not even really all that rangeable. Maybe after an upgrade or two. That's it. That palisade gate will eventually go down, albeit slowly, to those militia. DraCoNT gonna try to defend with a tower, but there's so many numbers here from Scotty. But by putting in the corner, okay, it's a 7 villagers able to get on it, so that tower will go up first, but not by that big of a margin. So DraCoNT is gonna worry about snow. It's not just
debating with
Trush Cap. Yep. He kind of did. He definitely forced. If as we talked about Sky's advantages in this, it wasn't in tower, it wasn't in a Trush war, so it really slowed Sky down from getting to points where he'd be so much more effective than this.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is something that would actually be pretty good for Sky. If he lets one villager out at a time to batter down this this tower, DraCoNT's not going to be able to answer that, because if he ungarrisons, those villagers are going to get taken out very quickly by that watchtower. So that's a really good small play by Scotty there to make that tower hop work for him. Oh, wow, that villager made it through there without ever taking any damage. Wow. So Scotty lost 2 villagers out of that. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by DraCoNT's quick speed there.
But still, he lost his 2 villagers as well, so it's kind of even right now.
Okay. So Scotty even teching into men-at-arms, which is the right play right now. He might pick off that villager? Yeah, DraCoNT didn't notice them walking in. Okay.
Wow.
And another tower going to go up. Actually, that's going to range a couple farms there. That's good. Not if DraCoNT commits that many villagers to it, though. See what play we go for here. I guess that's going to be... So the wood line's safe from those men-at-arms for now. That tower's going to go up. We'll probably see both towers go up. Yeah. They're about equal as far as how far ahead Scotty was before DraCoNT got on it.
True.
So did we just hear? Yeah, we just heard DraCoNT lose another villager there. But he's still ahead by 1 total, so that's working out for him. I think Scotty lost a lot of villagers from that first tower that was on the corner there.
Yeah, I was going to say, he just
I don't know where those villagers went.
5 or 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, okay.
Still not good for Scotty there, for sure.
This guy's actually going to keep backing up. Just getting horse color now, so he's actually behind eco-wise of DraCoNT at the moment. So DraCoNT definitely really made this work foul for him.
Yep. Well baited for sure.
Definitely. So this guy's just going to drop another watchtower, keep that stone locked down for a long time, and he'll probably go back home. He'll probably call this done. Or no, another watchtower. Okay, so it's going to put pressure on that gold as well at the same time.
Yeah,
okay, and that's probably the best place for towers. Stop committing anything really all that forward. And yeah, then probably pack it up and go home. DraCoNT dropping a market now. Barracks over there. No blacksmith at the moment yet. Okay.
Yeah, also gonna be blacksmith there on the south, while Scotty gets a market for himself. They both try to balance out the economy for now. Maybe it's about time to go for the next stage. We see it. DraCoNT is also getting more farms there, placing down the mill. And yeah, He's able to click up quite soon there.
Yeah, DraCoNT's actually very far ahead food-wise. Scotty's only at 300 food at the moment. It does have a good number of farms, but it's going to take him a little bit longer to click up here. Getting wheelbarrow now? Okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
I like this.
What? Something different?
I mean, I was just going to say, I see a stable there for DraCoNT. So basically, he'll not go for Archers or something like this, but probably Knights are going to be his choice in order to deal damage in Castle Age. Because Goths still have some fine Knights in Castle Age, so not that much of a nonsense move.
Understood. Understood. So we see Scotty also using the market. Going to be clicking up any moment now. Not going to be too far behind DraCoNT, so that's nice how it balanced out. Yep, only, what's that, 32 seconds behind? Alright, cool. Then we see some Castle Age War here. But if DraCoNT goes nice, that's so easy for Scotty to go Monks, and as Aztecs, you kind of already want to do that to begin with.
True as well. Maybe he anticipates that one, and that's why he goes for Scouts now. That's interesting as well. I mean, he's now producing Scouts. Question is how long he's going to do that. If he's going to proceed doing that in Castle Age as well. Probably, first of all, just concerned about map knowledge, vision, and control there with those Scouts, I believe.
He does know a good bit about. Well, actually, he's gonna know everything's about Scotty's base because he just walked a scout in. Oh yeah, because the back of Scotty's base still has that hole from when he lured the boar.
Oh.
So there you go. So DraCoNT now has full vision on Scotty's base. Knows everything he needs to know.
Could know where to drop a good castle to zone off a couple of resources.
And he's still on stone, so I believe that's probably the plan here. If he can do the map control, he'll probably hit that area up in the north there outside the walls to deny that stone, gold, and also the gold inside the walls. Assuming he can hold that much map control, but we'll see if he can or not.
Well, interestingly, DraCoNT now goes for a castle instead of his base.
Okay, so it's actually okay.
Didn't expect this one, to be honest.
No, not with the scouts out there. That was interesting. Are you also preparing for a castle? Yeah, he'll be preparing for a castle as well. I believe it will be defensive. Let's see what's out there. Yeah, that's just a spearman out there. So it'll probably be a defensive castle from him as well. Or TCs and then a castle? Interesting. I mean, I'm happy to see the TC go up, but why buy that 100 stone at that moment?
Alright. It makes sense that he went for a second TC, Scotty. He was up in Castle Age a little bit later. It's always an indication not to go full aggressive there. Just play a bit more defensively for the sake of your own economy, as you can then assume that your opponent will play it more aggressively. And DraCoNT for now doesn't go for a second TC, instead he has his castle up, and he still goes for scars. Look at this. Wow.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect this one. Maybe he just assumes that he damaged Scotty that much that he won't be going for Jaguar Wars or something like this.
Well, if you look at the score, maybe he does think. The score's saying he's 600-700 points ahead. As opposed to, if we see the Vil numbers, we see, take a look at the res of both players. Yeah, Scotty's fine. They're both pretty much even, if not slight advantage Scotty. That's weird to see. I
mean, the main reason for that one is probably the scouting, as DraCoNT is out there with 4 scouts and probably boosting his own gore there with that one as well. Also one of those ways to trick your opponent, of course, boost your score with map knowledge, map vision. I mean, we saw Viper doing that one many times.
Yep. So I think Scotty with a little bit, because he has spearmen running around as well as I believe some men at arms somewhere. There they are. So he actually pulled some villagers off of that castle to actually go build a TC on that gold as well. That's a pretty good choice there. Get those both up about the same time. Didn't really need to hurry that castle up at all. Oh, okay. So here's something we don't see often. We got a siege tower coming in from DraCoNT. So he's just gonna hop over these walls with, I believe there's about 10 husk girls in there.
No, where is it?
9.
Oh, there it is.
In the south. The south blows. Wait. Scotty's gonna see it. Scotty's gonna see it. Does he see it? Does he know?
Yeah, no, he knows. He should know. That's bad. That's bad. With siege towers, you always have this little momentum. And the surprise, element of surprise, but See how this one will pay off. This shot, man, looks so funny.
Right. So let's see. So what? See, Scotty's not reacting though. So while that spearman might have like auto aggroed against it, I don't see the reaction from Scotty to say, yeah, I know it's coming.
Well, if it was, let's say, arena, then we could have seen him going for double walls, as in houses, put houses in front of inside of his base, in front of the walls. But with the fact that those are palisades, maybe he thinks differently now. But he goes for a monastery. That's also important. Monks are also able to deal good damage when facing Huskars.
Okay. I'm just worried because those
Jaguar Wars, by the way.
What's that? Oh, he does have? Okay, cool.
Yeah, in his castle.
So, but those Huskars are going to come in like right now. I feel like Scotty's not quite ready to deal with this.
There we go.
So there's a lot more rating potential that it's currently currently getting attention for.
Alright, number-wise, DraCoNT is now having an advantage. Going in there with Jaguar Wars with those low numbers is obviously not that helpful.
Yeah, it wasn't going to do much of anything. And behind that, I believe DraCoNT's going to, yeah, he's going to be able to castle. Oh, actually, no, he's not going too far with the castle. He realizes he can't quite force that much control, so he's going to go a little bit backwards with the castle. Conversion probably going to, oh, no, conversion didn't happen. Oh, that's, okay, I thought it would have. Okay. So good for Scotty. He's defended for now, but DraCoNT's going to be Imp. Putting the TC there. I assume a Tread will come out right away. And so DraCoNT's going to definitely be trying to push as much advantage as he can here. I believe, is Scotty saving up? Yeah, Scotty's saving up at the moment. Should see a click up from him any second now as he has the res. Not seen it yet while he's sitting on the res. Still there. Huh. Must be thinking, yeah, there you go. Okay, so he must have just been gotten a little distracted.
Interesting moves there for sure. DraCoNT going for Imp that early, and also with 1 TC, it's clear indication that he wants to go all in there. Full aggressive. If he loses this forwards, this could be really bad for him. Then Scotty could possibly win this one. But Scotty also clicking up for Imperial Age. We have to keep that one in mind as well. He's leading an economy, obviously. He has 3 TCs already, so DraCoNT needs to deal a lot of damage as soon as possible.
Right, we'll see DraCoNT get the first, definitely get the first Treb out, of course. Also going for archery, so I believe you said maybe we'll see archers instead of trying to win by infantry power, because that's not really going to work out for him too well. So it's different to see a Goth player get up to Imp first and go straight for archery ranges and siege workshops instead of just barracks everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, probably because he needs to face those Jaguar Wars, right?
Okay, so this guy's actually dropping another castle in his base. A little extra protection against raiding will probably help him. I assume he'll be queuing up 2 Trebs as well. That'll help him out, or just a lot more Jaguar production. Okay.
So just a matter of time until we see chemistry coming in for DraCoNT, and then he'll be able to find a solution to deal with Jaguar Wars.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see more, there you go, some more armor upgrades from Scotty, just as I'm saying that, he clicks it. That'll help a little bit, but he's not quite there yet. Still need another one once he hits him. Is that another castle for DraCoNT?
Exactly.
Did he buy that? Did I miss that? Did he actually have the res for it?
He certainly did some stuff on the market, but I didn't see...
There's enough units here. This might be a close call. You know, Sky's gonna take this fight.
Yeah, but the head cannon.
Oh, he's gonna get in.
That's gonna be important.
Okay. Well, the castle is denied for now. Might not be completely cleaned up, but at least stalled, we'll say. And yeah, 2 Trebs coming out for Scotty, so that castle's gonna take a lot of damage before it even goes up. There's a small chance it actually gets destroyed and DraCoNT just loses the stone from it.
Well, I think that Scott is in a really bad situation right now.
Yeah, too many Trebs on his face.
Whoa, he should be ditched the castle.
DraCoNT just clicked delete in time to get some stone back. Barely.
So
yeah.
Lucky for him.
and just gonna replace it a little further back. Yeah, that's a lot of units. That's a lot of units, and Sky's just not prepared to handle it.
Yeah, true. Also more hand cannons will be incoming there. At least one archer range is producing some.
So I like Scotty's choice at the moment because he's, it's kind of a weird choice to see Goths do this, but so he's going Onager. He's getting the upgrade now. I think it's really going to help out with this unit composition we're seeing from DraCoNT. Oh, Scotty is currently behind, so it's going to be fighting from a bit of a hole. What were we about to say there?
I was just going to say those energies will certainly deal some damage against those hand cannoneers. But for that, those kind of situations need to take place. So the hand cannoneers need to come forward, and then the oranges can clean them up. But for now, DraCoNT is playing it safe there. He's always making sure that the hand cannoneers are kinda behind those Huskars when engaging against those Jaguar Wars. You can see it there, the Jaguar Wars deal some damage, right? And also those oranges.
Yeah, just got a very good hit on hand cannoneers, and then before. Oh, actually, ooh, wow, that Onager survived. I'm surprised. That Onager's gonna. Okay, there we go. Now it cleaned up. Hand cannoneers taking another hit. That's a really good clean from Scotty, and I believe we're gonna be able to see with his he's got 34 villager advantage. We're gonna be able to see him rebuild his army a lot better than DraCoNT will be able to.
That's for sure. Yeah, it was really bad of him to lose his trebuchets. The bombard cannon opposite is really important when dealing with onagers.
G-Man stream, this is a best of 3.
That's a bad situation there for sure.
And so that, I don't think those villagers won't be able to keep up with these trebs. Let's see, depends who picks off who here. This is definitely a micro war we're seeing. Okay, so a bunch of hand cannoneers just went down. Those Jaguar warriors are now not worried about coming in. They're gonna take down that bomber cannon, and yeah. That 30-second moment, Scotty won every engagement out of it.
Exactly. Those were the things that shouldn't have taken place for DraCoNT. They took place, therefore it was quite obvious. He lost his forward there completely. Most importantly, trebuchets. Also, those oranges were way too lucky, way too efficient than they should have been, theoretically speaking, from the point of view of DraCoNT. Therefore, he lost his forward, and that was his only chance. With this setup that he had at home, it was basically 1 TC setup, full forward, against someone who is with 3 TCs. You said it as well. His reinforcements would take place way faster, and there we go.
Yeah, understood. Said that perfect. Can't think of any other way I'd like to say that. So thank you. Just that whole anytime you're going 1 TC, you have to win with that military advantage and you have to push. When you are pushing with that military advantage and you just get cleaned up, there's nothing else to say. You can't reinforce faster than the guy who's now winning. So that forces the GG.
True.
Here we go. So we're going to be going into game 2 then, as this is a best of 3. So Scotty can win it here and close it out.
True.
Try to deny DraCoNT's back-to-back weekend Smackdown wins because I believe he was our winner last weekend. No, wait. Might be off by a week. No, he won 2 weeks ago, I think.
All right.
I'm trying to rack my brain for it. No, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Last week was somebody else. Okay, so it's not back to back. We'll see what he can do here.
Sure, let's see.
So Spectator Delay just launched, everybody, so about a minute and we'll be into the next game here.
Sure. Alright, couple of seconds left.
Alrighty. Let's do this, man. Excited, DemEyesRed? I'm excited.
Oh, yes.
I want to see Scotty play his best. I've got a favorite now. I'm rooting. Alright, everybody. Hello. This is Wills35, and today I'm met by DemEyesRed. We are casting Weekend Smackdown number 6. This week's featured map is Hideout. Right now we are in the finals. It is the best of 3. We are in game 2. Scotty won the last game, so you're seeing Scotty versus DraCoNT. DraCoNT here in purple, going with the Burmese, and Scotty in blue as the mines. What do you think, DemEyesRed? You think you can tell us a little bit about these maps?
Yeah, for sure. Let's start with DraCoNT on the left-hand side with the Burmese. So looking at his map, kind of mixed up there with the resources. He has a couple of safe resources, the gold and the stone, basically. But then he has a couple of resources kind of exposed there as they're close to the edge of his own base. Also one second gold on the left-hand side that is outside. Basically not the very best map that we've seen. Also another stone in the north where Scout is at the moment. Both of his boys are outside. That's obviously not the best situation, as he's forced to put down holes in his wall there in order to pull them in. At least for the one boy on the right hand side. And yeah, with the Burmese, obviously, interesting choice. Incredible wood bonus there in Feudal and Castle Age. Also in Imperial Age for sure. They have access to one of the strongest units in the game. As this is not a nerfed map, we will see Deep Arambai for sure. And maybe this is gonna be crucial, even though he is facing the Mayans. We'll talk about that later. What do you think about Scotty's map down the right hand side?
Oh, well, same thing. He's got two sets of resources that are safe. That gold and that stone that are up against his woodline. While not going to be that great to collect from, definitely safe. Stone on the right also, it's going to be good. That forward gold though, that's definitely in range of castle drop if we see that from the Burmese player, as well as that gold and stone. We keep seeing generations like this where they're close together, just it's always a little bit outside the walls and a little bit hard to defend, but good area for him. Same thing from Scotty. Both boars spawn on the outside. It's worth saying on Hideout, it's 80% or even higher. I can't remember the exact number right now that boars spawn on the outside of your walls, but it is most of the time by a large margin. He's got 4 deer inside as well, so that's helpful. I believe DraCoNT was the same. Yeah, all his deer spawned inside. So we could see a push from both players, but Scotty, gonna take a look at his point of view, is deciding to.
Did you see what Scotty does at the moment?
Did he steal a boar?
Yep.
I just saw that. Yeah, I saw the blinking. But go ahead.
Wow. Yeah, DraCoNT couldn't manage to get his boar in time.
Yeah, he's trying to chase, but it's not gonna happen. He's not gonna be able to stop this.
Wow. He actually wants to go for that boar, but Scotty stole it. So
yeah,
really bad situation.
That's great.
For DraCoNT.
That's good for Scotty. So a lot of things you see from players sometimes. So Scotty is DraCoNT's a known player. Scotty's 2K1-ish. DraCoNT's hit 2K3. So sometimes in a player, sometimes you see people go for trying to hurt the better player, such as with a lame. In this case, Scotty is he's already up 1 win, so he knows he can go for kind of a more risky strat, such as trying to do lame a boar from him, and it was successful. So we're gonna really see that great for Scotty. And Thenogenico, thanks for the compliment on 2K. Yep, it's enjoyable to cast like this. I can just work with more.
Do way more, right? That's true.
Yeah. Yes, that boar was going to put him way ahead on food, and that's really nice to see. But if you notice, he keeps moving his cows around because he's worried about DraCoNT grabbing one. It's just kind of hurting his micro time a little bit. But Scotty's going to have plenty of food to DraCoNT's not so much. We see a 300 to 51 food difference there.
This is extremely crucial, that's for sure, especially in the beginning of the game. It will have such an impact, as many of the things happening in Dark Age will have kind of a snowball effect throughout the game. Therefore, very important. Even though it's not lost for DraCoNT yet, I know that people like Casey Irion, they say there's nothing better than winning with a boar less. You know, kind of coming back, having his revenge or something like this, right?
I have heard that. I definitely have. What else? Do you mind keeping it going for a minute there? I think I'm going to work on something for a second here.
Yeah, of course. So what we can see most importantly is, let me see that real quick though. What about, yeah, okay, interesting. So Scotty now has the convenient situation in which he can just push the deer in order to boost his economy, and DraCoNT is forced to go for his deer anyway. I mean, DraCoNT would go for his deer 99% of the times on maps like Arena or Hideout. Now, though, he cannot go for a deer push as he uses his scout to scout aggressively, basically, in order to kind of compensate the situation. Having more map knowledge than his opponent is going to be crucial in order to somehow equalize the situation in which he has lost one board, right? So maybe this is his attempt to kind of equalize it by knowing more than Scotty, because if we compare the POVs there, yeah, Scotty does not know too much about the map of DraCoNT, does he? But the opposite is the reality for DraCoNT, as he's inside of Scotty's base for such a long time. It's going to be important for sure.
Yeah. So I'm back, dude. Thanks for filling in the holes for me there.
Anytime.
Addressing the chat as much as possible, as far as even changing the score colors to make it a little bit easier to read. I was noticing you were talking about the deers. Did you notice that DraCoNT is actually being really annoying and making it harder for Scotty to push his deer?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Is that what you were talking about?
No, actually I didn't mention it.
Yeah, he kept pushing deer around and making it hard to do. Yeah, Will, you're welcome. Wait, we see Scotty on... Oh, sorry, Scott. I had my civs mixed up. I was like, wow, Scotty's on gold or stone early. But yeah, he'll be going for definitely a castle with mine so we can get those plumed archers out.
Right. Sure.
Oh, we finally see a block. Yep, trying to take a little bit more damage off that scout before he hits feudal, and then is able to engage the Eagle Scout there. That's, oh man, that's always just so annoying when you just have a scout constantly running around like that.
For sure, for sure.
It was a good block though. It was a very good block by Scotty to send the scout back. Just even that one extra hit of damage really helps out.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Now we'll see him engage. Now they just hit feudal and I mean he's gonna win, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, is that scout gonna get out? They're gonna dance around these trees for the rest of forever. All right, there we go. So the scout's still free, but on 1 HP, literally anything's gonna take this scout down.
Yeah, he needs to hurry, man.
And oh yeah, they're still open. Damn, that's such a shame. It's such a shame to see the Eagle Scout go down. I'm surprised he didn't know though.
It was kind of a gamble, right? If you see that he just survived with 1 HP, could have gone different.
So is he going to be walled in? And there we go. Nice. Picked off by the villager. We're good. Yes. Yeah. Never paid for remotes. Yeah, DraCoNT did end up losing the first game.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was good to see.
Drunken gamer for life, man. What up?
What is up, dude? Welcome to the stream.
Sir.
Alright, so we see them both clicking up to castle within moments of each other. That's always nice to see. So we'll see him going. I believe we'll be seeing a castle out of both these players, and they both. Oh, DraCoNT's a little bit behind, but Scotty already has the res for. Will have the res for the castle for sure. Oh, no, already does. Plumed archers versus Arambai.
Yep.
Interesting. There's a little bit of luck and a little bit of micro involved, isn't it?
Yeah, especially micro, I would say. So, I was mentioning it. So there's kind of a talk we could have on what about those unique units. So I think the plumed archers, they have kind of an advantage here, as when facing Rambai, most of the time you should go for archer type of units if you can. And I believe with the plumed archers, you have a huge advantage then. You're mobile, you're strong, and most importantly, you're ranged. So when done correctly, it's also quite of an important thing that the Rambai are not that accurate, not at all. So you could even go for kind of, let's say, micro by dodging those incoming darts from their Rambai. So it could be working. And I think, therefore, Scotty has an advantage with the Mayans. Theoretically speaking.
So you see both players putting up a castle. I kind of like Scotty's better, as it's closer to some resources that might be fought over. You can say the same for DraCoNT, definitely locking down his own inside golden stone that was arguably already going to be defensible, and it's kind of close to that forward stone, but it's just the generation for DraCoNT. He's not as lucky with where he can drop that castle. Arguably, I would have liked to see Scotty actually put that castle like right in between all those resources. I don't think he necessarily had to put it inside his own walls.
Well, yeah, you're right. It could have been done like that.
But I guess
Maybe
just keeping everything safe. Not thinking too much about it. This first plumed archer here for Scotty is definitely gonna be scouting, and it's not gonna have a fun time when it's gonna show up there right after that castle's finished. It's not gonna be having a good time.
Rambai are in production
and
now.
There we go. Yep. Alright, so we're going to see a bit of a numbers for now. I don't think plumed archers aren't going to be able to take down a Rambai as fast, but yeah, just the fact they're going to miss so much. You know, these small numbers. It is DraCoNT versus Scotty. You can see it in the scoreboard at the top.
Yes, sir. You can. So, actually, an interesting situation here. Both have, both are actually using their unique units, and they seem, by coincidence, neither of them are consuming food. So they can, of course, go for more TCs and maintain villager production. So this is going to be really important for both of them, as they can both go for a boom on the side. I believe that both have strong units to do so with the Mayans, obviously, and also for the, I was going to say for the Arambais, but for the Burmese, obviously, with their wood bonus. It's going quite easy and nice for them to go for a boom. And yeah, I don't even think that we will see too much in the beginning of the cast stage, in the middle of the cast stage, and kind of engagement between Rambai and plumed archers, because I think DraCoNT should basically just do what he does at this very moment. Ignore the military of Scotty, just go inside and get some kills.
Right, those Rambai are just going to be so strong as long as they hit. It's 3 hits take down a villager, so he's got the magic number to push with, and he did just take down a villager. There's enough plumed archers there that I think he'll be able to keep him pushed away for now. Yeah, so we're gonna see both these players booming up here. There's that third TC from Scotty. I don't know if we saw a third one from DraCoNT yet, but I assume it's on its way as he's getting the wood and stone right now. Actually, he could drop it right now if he wanted to.
If he wants to, for sure.
So we'll see a siege workshop from him, assuming mangonels to help take down the archers.
Yeah.
And maybe we could see the same play from Scotty. We'll see.
Most likely.
TC's up. I believe he just made sure he walked around the entire map with those plumed archers. Yeah, so he knows the entire ring of the wood there. Can't say the same for DraCoNT. You know what? I'm surprised we don't see him going for relics with his knowledge of them.
True as well.
He knows where they all are ahead of time. Yep, so those Ramdai are going to try to take down that house. I'm sure they can, but if they were to commit through there, they're going to take some damage to the castle and then eventually be pushed back. Oh, those plumed archers are very out of position for some reason. Assuming Scotty thought maybe DraCoNT was coming from the right there and was just wrong to make that decision.
Could be. The mangonel is incoming as well. DraCoNT now is kind of safe.
Yeah, so we probably, DraCoNT's just going to try to bust his way through a different direction here.
Also, a monastery being built there, or now finally built. For
DraCoNT?
So he will, in the north of his own base. Next to the siege workshop. And
oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so we'll probably see him be collecting some relics.
I mean, why not, right? Because Long's generally a good decision, good way to go for with the Burmese. Decent monks, for sure.
See some monks from Scotty as well, just scouting to the right for I don't know why. Weird.
Probably just wanted to scout or something like this to find relics.
Yeah, hope to find them. Okay, so another castle going up for Scotty. We'll see more plumed archers probably coming out of it, but we do see DraCoNT clicking up to Imp.
Yep.
Okay. These are so strong. Again, we'll probably see Trebs coming just to help push that advantage. It really helps when you just have a Treb that you can defend and just take down bases from long range like that. Really, the point of that unit having as much power as it does. We're gonna see all these buildings fall for Scotty here. That's gonna be unfortunate. I wouldn't mind seeing Scotty mix in some monks and try to get some conversion on these Rambai. That's usually a defensive play you see.
Yeah, it could be working, but for that he needs the safety, and he has a decent amount of plumed archers in space to kind of do something about it, also to protect potential monks of his own, but I guess he just simply chose not to do it.
We might see a pretty big hit because Scotty's been, oh, just notices it quick enough. He was patrolling his plumed archers in a very small area as the mangonel popped out. Okay, so definitely we're gonna see some fighting here. Somebody's got to come out on top here. It's gonna come down to a little bit of micro. I assume we'll see both these mangonels cleaned up, maybe? Or, yikes, this is actually looking very bad for Scotty.
Yeah.
Losing most, if not all, at the moment.
Wow.
Yikes, that, I mean, he's gonna have these two castles to fall back on, but yikes, yeah, he didn't take out anything. I don't think DraCoNT lost a single unit in that engagement.
Scotty says, I thought they would do way better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too, gotta be honest, but that situation was super unfortunate. I mean, 3 mangonels able to take down so many of those plumed archers. Wow.
What did the Eagles do? Not much anything, and Nico, because those were plumed archers. Can we see Eagles? I don't think we will. Rambai do pierce damage, correct? Not sure.
No, it was not pierce damage.
It is melee damage?
Melee damage, yeah.
Okay, so Eagles not too great of a choice. Those two castles, definitely. They're going to keep them defended for now. But, wait, where is Scotty going? He's going way around the map here. Interesting. What's the plan?
I don't even know,
DraCoNT is in it. Treb's coming out. Scotty, does he have any intention of clicking up? Oh, he kind of has. He's got the res starting to queue up. Let's see if he's gonna have to queue up in order to combat this Treb. There's a lot of mangonels behind it though, so that's really helpful to help keep these plumed archers away from him.
And those villagers in the south, probably some castle drop incoming, but I'm not sure if it will work out because he's still in Castle Age.
Does he have the res? Oh, he'll have the res when he gets there.
He has, but I mean his strategy is basically just drawing the attention of DraCoNT in the south of his base in a couple of seconds, or probably in a minute or so. But this is enough time for DraCoNT to continue his.
Wow, DraCoNT is even trebbing over the wood line and hitting the castle of Scotty. That's so unfortunate for him because he has no answer to that. Scotty is clicking up to Imp. Okay, is it on a back TC? Okay, it's on the TC most to the right. That will most likely, he will most likely get to Imp before that TC gets trapped down.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Let's see, so is this castle gonna go up? Okay, so castle going up now. DraCoNT has nothing there to stop it, but with Treb production, he will be eventually able to take that down. I mean, he knows of this. Yeah, he knows it's there. Okay.
It's possible. But the question is going to be if Scotty will deal enough damage in the south.
Yeah, if I'm DraCoNT, do I care? I don't think I do. It's not enough damage coming in at the moment, even though it is about to go out. Yikes! It's even a question if this MTC is if he's even gonna get to Imp in time.
Oh my god, that's the MTC. Oh my god.
Does he have any TC right? I don't think he has a TC right now.
He has another TC in the south.
Oh, does he? Okay.
But still, this TC will be denied, huh?
Oh.
There he goes.
There's no Imp. Was that GG?
Destroyed. Wow.
Yeah, so Scott, don't pay attention to the overlay. That's messed up now that TC's down. He is not getting up to Imp right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes.
It's a bit bugged, right?
Yeah.
For me as well.
But yeah, so that castle went up, but what's it doing? Especially now that he's not in a. I'm surprised we didn't see the GG from Scotty there.
Yeah, because he has mass migration again in the south, right? So you see it.
Yeah, mass migration, but with no answer. Guess he got these villagers away, but where's the comeback play? 27 are idle, not to mention how many he lost. The fact that the ones that are working aren't doing much. There's the GG. Yes, he's losing that castle. Wasn't even able to get any. Wow, he had so much res though. He probably was thinking he was going to transition into Eagle Warriors. and just not able to.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, with the 3 TC setup, he is more likely to be able to shift into Eagles if he wanted to. It was different in the other game where he was stuck with low villager numbers. And yeah, this time it could have worked theoretically, but wrong decisions. And also that one fight with the 3 mangonels. They turn out to be way too ineffective in this very fight. The plumed archers. Therefore, he started to lose everything there, step by step. And yeah, DraCoNT just made sure that Scotty couldn't get out of the situation anymore, in which he was forced to go for a risky plan to get his attention in a different way by placing that castle in the south of DraCoNT's base. Didn't work because DraCoNT simply couldn't care less, as he was he has progressed that much that he just said, you know what, I will just finish this game before anything could happen there. And then he was right doing so. Now it's ties.
So we're now tied 2-2. We'll be going into game number 3 here shortly. Sure. And this will be it. The winner of this game will be taking home 3 months of Rubly Silver membership. I guess we'll just have to add on to the amount DraCoNT has at the moment, as he already won one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that, probably.
But let's see if Scotty can come with the upset here, as he did in game 1. He was able to push back those towers and win.
Mm-hmm.
See what kind of tricks he has, please. The 2 players are picking civs right now. You're welcome to guess in the chat what kind of civs you think they're gonna have. Oop, I can update that score. Sorry about that. Let's see. So we've seen now. There's no civ repeats allowed in the finals.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So DraCoNT can't pick the Goths or the Burmese. Scotty can't pick the Aztecs or Mayans. So we need to think like which arena civs that can move a little bit faster, such as like I don't expect we'll see Turks just because you're not that defensible on Hideout. So I don't see.
Exactly. Maybe Spanish.
Ooh, Spanish could be a good choice. Spanish would be a very good choice. All right, well, we're about to find out in about 15 seconds here. Well, hello, everybody. This is Wills35. I am joined by DemEyesRed. This is the final. We're getting to Game 3 of the Best of 3 in Weekend Smackdown number 6. This week, we are featuring Hideout as the map. This time, we are seeing DraCoNT. He went with the Britons here in the purplish pink color. And Scotty in blue over here went with the Indians. I'm going to take a look at DraCoNT's map, and then I'll pass it on to DemEyesRed to tell us about Scotty's. As far as they get lucky with the boars, no, both boars are outside. That's what you see most, if not all the time, on Hideout. His deer generation is okay. He got 3. You always hope for 4, but he got 3 this time. But at least they are all in the inside, and just laugh, and you see some of the talk between the players trying to they pick their civ based on what they thought the other player would pick, and both of them were wrong. So that's funny to see. Let's see. All his cows will be very findable, definitely within his walls. 1 gold in the back, that's defensible. That stone is out of range originally from anything that comes in. But the gold and stone closer to his walls are in range, and his generation outside, 1 gold, 1 stone, and seems to be missing a neutral stone. Okay. So nothing quite wrong with DraCoNT's map, but as far as how Hideout maps generate, it's a little bit to the unlucky side. Didn't get any of the nice things that sometimes happen, I'll say. All right, DemEyesRed, I'll pass it on to you.
Yes, sir, and I think that Scotty's map is equally not that much of a good thing, maybe even worse, I would say. We have a close look at that one. So he's 1 gold in the back, that's for sure, and on the right-hand side there. But other than that, all of his resources are quite close to the edge of his base. And next to that one, he has stone outside, gold outside. Doesn't look too good, does it?
No, not at all. I'd say everything's rangeable, but go ahead.
For sure, everything is rangeable. Yeah, that's my point. So not only that, he's also forced to deal with his boar lore in a way to secure his villager. He has the deer inside as well. That's okay. But yeah, that's maybe not the very best map for sure. also on Hideout. We've seen better. But the relic positions I like more. At least for Scotty there. He has 4 relics in total on his side, while DraCoNT has 1.
Okay, that's a good thing to catch. I was not looking for relics yet. Okay, yeah. So we see, yeah, 3 of them definitely favor Scotty there. 1 favoring DraCoNT, 1 definitely favoring Scotty more than DraCoNT, but at least it's kind of between them.
Yeah, true. All right.
That's nice to see. So we see Scotty. He's luring these boars, but he's using his scout to help slow down that boar so those villagers don't take any hits, or take fewer hits, I should say. See that little bit of blocking there? It's so that he doesn't have to grab loom just yet, so he can keep villager production up and keep on pace with the other player, assuming both players don't have any TC idle time at the moment.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd like to see Scotty. We need to see a house from him at the moment. I don't see any villager working on that. There's a slight chance he gets housed in the near future.
True.
Oh, there. Okay, there comes up a little late. Yeah, he's gonna have a few seconds of TC idle time there. Probably about 10 to 15, actually. Okay, now we put another villager over to it, so that's gonna speed it up. Okay, so it will be good.
A little bit inefficient there, for sure.
Yeah, a little inefficient, but it happens.
Yeah. Throw.
Pushing the deer now. I'm thinking, Scotty does not have much knowledge of the map yet, as he was leaving his scout at home to help with those boar. He's now pushing his deer. He hasn't really been outside his own area as well now. It shows DraCoNT starting to pick up and score because of his scouting. He's going all the way around. He's done what he needed to do at home, and now he's going around making sure he finds Scotty's map as early as possible. Getting that 1 hit on the scout. All right, so any scout wars, he'll now be ahead.
True indeed.
Kind of funny. Go ahead.
I was just thinking about Britons versus Indians. Interesting. I mean, just in general, you know. I mean, with the Indians, quite straightforward, easy to boom, cheap villagers. Camels are the strongest camels, really strong. And with the Britons, wow, gonna be an interesting one. I mean, quite of a good choice. The more I think of it, I mean, if he goes for anything ranged there, he will be able to deal some nice damage against camels and whatnot. So, yeah, just ask myself what we will see in a couple of minutes in this game.
Yeah, I would expect to see Scotty going into some sort of archer build as Brandon, as we see him moving to, let's see, yeah, moving more onto wood. I assume he will also be clicking up in the near future. Checking out his TCA, he's got 1 more villager queued. He's got plenty of food in the bank, so I think we'd see some sort of archers and a crossbow build from him, especially on something like Hideout. Your walls are not strong, so you can still go archers anyway. So probably.
Torsten is asking, does bridge sheep bonus apply to cows? Well, I
don't
cannot
know.
confirm 100%, but I think pretty much should be. Otherwise, it would be. No, you know.
I'm trying to look at it right now.
I'm pretty sure it's just like if you are in Yucatan and you have access to turkeys and whatnot. It also applies there. So.
Okay.
Pretty positive.
Okay. It's worth pointing out that yeah, sheep only have 100 food, right? Yes.
I know you're asking the questions, man. So cows are at 150.
Yeah, the cows are 150, but I believe sheep are only 100. So, and there's still 8 cows, so there's a little bit more collection. That's why I'm wondering. Actually, it might. I'm trying to get a feel for the collection speed, but
yeah,
it's not enough to give a definite answer. So we've got one person backing up in the chat, so we'll go, yeah, it works, definitely. I don't know, it does.
It should be. I mean, otherwise, I mean, just imagine this is one of the bonuses of.
Yeah, losing one of your bonuses would be so bad.
Ready.
All right, so let's see. So we see no milk. We see Black Market coming down for him.
Yeah, both are going for fast castle approach.
Fast castle builds.
And interestingly, Scotty goes for, instead of going for market and blacksmith, he'll go for the stable and a blacksmith. So that's, of course, an attempt to either go for map control or just to invest heavily into knights, one would say, but in this case it's Indians, so it's camels. Let's see about this one.
Okay. I was definitely seeing both click up very soon. DraCoNT already clicking up. Scotty's only going to be a moment behind. Actually, no, he hadn't grabbed loomed yet, so he's grabbing it now. That's gonna put him another 20-30 seconds behind, but he'll be okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, DraCoNT already has loom, so good. It's good. The later, the better for him.
Right, so 13. All right, so 49 seconds behind. Not the biggest deal. I don't see either of these players doing a early castle push here, or I should say, like a castle drop, or already having archers and then hitting that crossbow upgrade as soon as they click castles. So not going to make all the difference in the world.
Yeah. Still, I mean, the difference is going to be the villager numbers in general. So it's 26, 24 plus 2 that we've seen from DraCoNT now, that we are seeing at the moment, and for Scotty it's 26 plus 2. And,
Yeah.
and 24 plus 2 and 26 plus 2. So basically Scotty's economy is going to be slightly stronger. But I don't think that it'll be the case for a longer time, as he obviously goes for some kind of stable units as he plays down that one. And it seems that DraCoNT will go for a kind of boom-based approach. He'll go for the castle, that's for sure. And probably he's going to go for the unique unit. If he does so, then he'll be easily going for more TCs, as they will not require any food. I mean, the unique units won't require any food, that's what I'm saying. And yeah, but for Scotty, it's going to be the opposite pretty much. If he goes for camels, which is the case, I believe, as he doesn't go for scouts for now, obviously he's going to struggle going for multiple TCs and the villager production, even though we have to keep in mind that Indians have cheaper villagers, so therefore it could happen. Easier at least.
Yeah, as you're pointing out, yep, Sky's dropping that castle there. Definitely no castle in... Wait, sorry, DraCoNT's dropping the castle. Definitely no castle in sight for Scotty. So longbows will be coming out. But yeah, I'd like to see how Sky's going to counter it. Going for a TC from him. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so Camel's coming out. Camel's not going to do too great against longbowmen, I believe.
No, they won't. They won't.
I don't think there's any... I don't think there's any more bonus damages there. But it's just a straight matchup.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we see any sign of a monastery for Scotty though? That would be nice to see. See him going to pick up those relics, but don't see it just yet from him.
Yeah, still the advantage that the camels have, they're Indian camels, so therefore they have additional armor. So this could be maybe crucial, especially if the numbers go up. See about this one though.
Okay.
The long one incoming, fletching incoming.
We just see a lot of scouting coming from with all those extra camels, which is good. It's a really good decision to make, actually. See, now he'll see these relics, and let's see if he reacts to it and starts picking them up. Excuse me, sorry about that. So Scotty getting the, he's got 3 longbowmen, got 4 more queued up. So yeah, that's gonna won't hurt Zico at all. But he might be thinking 1 TC push, or he just doesn't have the stone just yet from DraCoNT here. We'll see Scotty going for wheelbarrow. 10 how much? I don't think I saw wheelbarrow yet from DraCoNT. So
let me check.
Thank you.
Let me check there.
So Scotty's gonna have the stronger eco here, and if DraCoNT's not looking to push in the very near future, that's gonna be a problem.
DraCoNT doesn't have wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, so he's definitely thinking 1 TC push. He's going forward with 6 longbowmen right now. He's got fletching, bodkin. I know bodkin just coming in, just about to come in. Yeah, so Fletching Bodkin, and then of course that extra range because he's Britons.
Yep.
I think I'm off by 1. I guess it only starts in Castle Age. I thought it started in Feudal Age. So let's see. Scotty's got to make a decision here. I don't think more camels is the decision, but it seems like that's his choice because he's putting up in another stable. It will skip bloodlines and scale barding armor, so that will help. But now he's pushed off. Oh no, he's not completely pushed off gold. He's got villagers from that 3rd town center on gold. But these longbowmen are going to get in. For the moment, Scotty doesn't have enough military to do anything about this. Oh, he doesn't have enough food income to do anything about this because he went on 3 TCs. He can't queue anything up.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a decision. You go for multiple stables and therefore go for some mounted units. Or you're going to go for the classical boom attempt, and in this case he went for both. As with the Indians, you have the advantage of having cheaper villages, but still they cost a little bit of food, enough to have idle TCs there, or idle stables.
For anybody wondering, the Indian bonus is minus, I believe it's -5, -10, -15, -20. So those villagers are only costing him 35 right now instead of 50.
Yeah, the bonus starts on Dark Age. It's 10, you're right, it's -10, 15, 20, and in the end 25.
Okay. So it does help with production, but not enough for how many farms he was on to keep 3 TCs and 2 stables going.
Yeah, true, but he's improving the current situation as he has a lot of farms there. It's going to be enough very soon.
He's got the res. I mean, I would like to see him mix in a Mangonel. Just, honestly, just one would have been a nice choice from here. Oh, DraCoNT doing something we haven't seen from a player yet. Early on, he's putting stone walls out to the south to stop any possibility coming that way. So he only has to worry about one direction for the time being. I don't like the engagement, but Scotty's got enough camels that he can force us now. He's got 3 running around. He's got 7 total queued up in those stables. There's only about a dozen or so longbowmen there. About 14. I believe he could take this. Yeah, he could take that engagement, definitely. But I believe he's not going to. Maybe he's going to wait for 2 more camels? There we go. Okay, so now he's going to block, then he's going to engage. Okay, there we go.
Nice. Unexpected for DraCoNT. Unexpected.
Right. So best thing for DraCoNT to do is sit in that corner there and just inflict as much damage as he can. Right.
Exactly.
And okay, so those longbowmen are going to get cleaned up, and now DraCoNT's going to have the TC and villager, and somewhat map controlled. Actually, no, I'm still saying map controlled DraCoNT for the moment until Scotty starts moving around and realizing it. Wow, DraCoNT actually did really well with how he has those stacked up there.
Yeah, for sure, that was an excellent move. Also erasing all the obstacles there, physical obstacles. Just
yeah, he must have patrolled in because he had 2 actually standing on top of each other. DraCoNT selling 1,000 wood, so he can click up to Imp as well. 42 Vil Imp, while he doesn't have all that much map control. I feel like these longbowmen are at risk of getting cleaned up as well. But while we're looking at weird things, Scotty's actually dropping a 4th TC. I don't know if that's. I hope that's not so much for production and more just to lock down that gold.
Yeah, I guess it's mostly in order to lock down that gold, just some security. But yeah, still, he could maybe afford producing more villagers now, just to go for a heavy boom. Question is this going to be the right decision? He feels maybe brave enough to do so, confident enough, as he got rid of a lot of military of DraCoNT there. But military-wise, he's even leading. It's 13 to 11, so Scotty in a good position. Let's see though, because DraCoNT is not stopping here. He will drop another castle, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely moving forward. He's got the res for it. I believe because Scotty's got no range units, still no sign of a siege workshop from him. Even if Scotty would win the fight hand to hand here, all DraCoNT's gonna have to do is drop that castle and kind of wall his villagers in, and those camels won't be able to say anything about it. While it'll go up slowly, it will go up. So let's see if where DraCoNT decides to drop that castle.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna be waiting for Bracer and Chemistry, but the engagement might be forced right here. And Scotty's gonna see these 4 villagers and know what's up. But I still need to see him react to it. He hasn't changed his unit composition yet to do anything about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's
true. Even being housed at the moment. But the population's so different. The population is 89 to 58. Alright, so there's that going up. Is Scotty a little out of place right now? Okay, so he's got many camels kind of committed to pushing into DraCoNT's base at the moment. That's why.
But not too successful at this very moment.
Right.
DraCoNT is walling up everything, so basically only the northern part of his base is open, but there's the castle. So it could be nice for the camels to go in. But actually, theoretically speaking, they could even try to do so, because once they surpass the castle land, they're inside of the base and just get all of those villagers. But that is something that Scotty doesn't know, and obviously doesn't want to go for a trap, and instead he clears up a lot of stuff in the north there, right?
Yeah, He definitely that tower was a great move for him. He didn't necessarily have to win that whole battle. He just had to deny the castle, and that's going to be great for him. And
really bad.
I think Scotty doesn't know yet, but he's 30 villagers ahead yet, and he's got the military numbers. DraCoNT's gonna try again. He's got more Okay, no, he just deleted. So where's he gonna put his next castle here?
Probably somewhere safer.
He's still going forward with this.
Wow, he cannot afford doing this. But the problem is he can't afford doing anything else.
Right, he can't afford doing it, but he also can't afford not to. Well, actually, no. I think he could put a defensive castle up, keep these camels out, maybe a little to the right of his TC, lock down that gold, maybe closer to the stone.
Yeah.
To lock so it doesn't get raided right now.
Yeah, he needs to stop those potential ratings, but other than that, he is forced to go forward because of his composition. 1 TC still, imp. And what you want to do with that if your opponent is Indians and has still not clicked up to Imperial Age, most likely your Indian opponent is going for a boom, obviously. So you are forced to do something about it, and you're running out of time, and therefore DraCoNT is forced to go forward again.
Okay, so he's just dropping his castle more forward. I don't necessarily know if it does much of anything for him, other than maybe locking down one engagement location. Does he know about that? He knows that wood line's open to the right there. So Scotty looks like he's going to try to swing around again. And let's see, he doesn't know about that other castle going up, so maybe this is the moment where he decides to commit. Is he going to run through? No. I'm not sure where he's going. He's going everywhere but where he should have. And this might be good for DraCoNT.
Sure,
Scotty's probably going to take a lot of damage here, and he's even committing to it? I don't understand this fight. Let it go. He doesn't need this.
Yeah, it's maybe not the best fight, but probably he's just confident enough concerning his own economy that he just allowed that one to happen.
Doesn't quite matter.
Though, not the best fight.
Yeah. So he has clicked up, so he'll have imp, will he have the res? Let's check out. He won't have the res for heavy camel and imperial camel once he gets there, but I assume that will be the plan. He's got the units. So DraCoNT's not doing too bad now. That castle, I don't understand the engagement, the choice from Scotty there, but
yeah, true.
It's definitely helping DraCoNT out. So we'll see Scotty also going into archery ranges. Oh, that stable got denied at 98%. But we'll see archery ranges, so we'll see skirms out as well for Scotty here to help keep these longbowmen away.
Wouldn't knights make more sense against Britons? Well, the problem is Indians don't have access to knights. They only have their camels.
Yep. Make one chance for to not 5 cows under a goat stove. We went right back to that? I thought we solved that one. Oh well.
Wow, never paid Scotty must be back ages.
So Scotty just threw away a lot of camels again. I don't understand this. He keeps committing in bad ways. Yeah, I hope he doesn't have a little bit of panic on him. Yes, that is why you only see camels. They'd be a little. I think they'd be a little too strong if they could do both.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the camels, they are buffed in a way so they count as a type of knights there because they got extra armor in order to make him even more.
Yeah, they have +1/+1 from the get-go, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so we see plate barding armor coming in from Scotty. His eco's just so much better. I'd still love to see a siege workshop from him. I believe he was trying to build one at one point, but never finished it. No. Because Mangonel and Skirmisher Camel would be great right now. Maybe probably only need one of those two to counter the archers. But he's losing way too much map control for the fact that he has 100 villagers to 47.
That's unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
that's really
he shouldn't be losing this. So he's going for heavy camel. He just plate party armor just came in. Maybe he's waiting for heavy camel to commit, but DraCoNT's not going to be able to click elite longbowman anytime soon with this res and this eco.
For sure.
So we just need to see a little bit of cleanup from Scotty here, and I think that'll do the game for him. Scotty's actually going all the way around with the stable, probably to try to hit DraCoNT from the side there, but he won't have any luck once he realizes that wall is there. Man, Scotty's even gonna lose this TC. Well, I guess oh no, there's still that gold there. Yeah, it was good. Where are the Rams? Where are the any siege, man? Is Heavy Camel about to come in?
Long time no siege.
Long time no siege. Absolutely. I can't remember that. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. Is that castle going to go up with 2 villagers? Come on, notice it. Notice it. It's going up. Okay, so we got Heavy Camel. Okay, don't commit under this castle fight again. I won't be happy with you. So Iron Castle coming in as well. But what's going on here?
Yeah, I was asking myself all the time. Man.
Come on, Scotty. You almost got you see how much map control you're losing. You're also losing kill death ratio, but he's still got almost a 1,000 point lead. He knows what's up. He knows this is a 1 TC push. And yet he just can't. He just can't keep up with it because he's only making camels. I'd honestly like to see less camels just to see some more counters.
You're right. I mean, that's absolutely true. The armor composition is not the best, but something really important is taking place at the same time, and that is, if you look at the left-hand side of the map, there's so much gold being gathered by Scotty. He will be able to survive for a long, long time. Even if he loses those camels, he'll be able to reinforce really, really nicely there. And maybe he just waits for DraCoNT to run out of gold? I'm not sure.
Thanks, Hugo. Yeah, I don't know, but even now DraCoNT's able to click up to Elite Longbowman, so I gotta eat my shoe there. He clicked it, but damn, so Scotty's still just continuously losing ground. Like, we see no skirms or no sign of skirms or man else from. We see chemistry though. Not sure why, but we see chemistry coming in for Scotty.
Maybe he wants to go for...
Oh wait, did we finally see a Siege Workshop from him? Okay. And Light Cav. Why Light Cav?
A nice rating to go inside of that base.
Yes, but I mean, if you're just gonna run by the archers, sure.
It could be working. I mean, just imagine this. But the thing is, he does that because he wants to go from the south. If you look at his knowledge there, he just found out his vision. I mean, he just found out about the walls there in the south.
Okay.
So maybe he just wants to raid there, because that's the thing. If he manages to go inside of that base, let's say with 10 light calves, let's say 15, then it's over for sure.
Another castle coming out for DraCoNT, and still it's 100. Yeah, it's 112 villagers to 50. So yeah, any raiding would get this done. And yes, so this is gonna force Scotty into a Siege Workshop. I'm happy to see that. Okay, now we see him click Hand Cart now. Interesting. And Imperial Camel. Okay, for a second I thought I saw him going for it. I was like, don't commit now.
True.
Not 100% sure the stat difference. I'm going to be paying attention to these camels very closely. Okay, another castle behind the Siege Workshop. Bombard Cannon. Interesting. It's a different choice, but I can see how it's going to work. As far as just the range. Having something with nice more range because of Longbowmen. Conquerors aren't really going to get in. Maybe help take down the Trebs. Military numbers. Scotty still has more than DraCoNT, just can't quite get it. Siege Workshop, I cannot. Yeah. All right, so Scotty, you don't need to be taking this damage right now. Keep going, maybe north, even east a little bit. Get Imperial Camel, and then get to a point where you can commit. And you just now got elite skirmishers. Alright, so we see a lot of archery ranges being dropped now. Okay, nice. Alright, Imperial Camel is just about in. Yes. Okay, so you see 20 more HP and 2 more damage. Oh, that bombard cannon could be really nice. Okay, nice. You can get a few. Yeah, it did some damage to this longbowman. So maybe with Imperial Camel now he commits underneath these castles, try to do some damage. But even still, don't commit under the castle. Just keep DraCoNT at bay for now. He doesn't have to take this fight. He's just gonna lose. Okay, so he's sending some Imperial Camels to raid. Good.
Yeah, that makes sense a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't need to lose numbers though, so that's what I'm worried about. Don't worry about. You don't have to kill the longbowmen. You just have to make sure they're not killing your villagers at the moment. Let's see. So those camels aren't gonna get in. He's actually gonna go around, which I'm surprised about. He still doesn't. If that wall's still open, he can just run right through at any moment.
Did you see this? Do you see what's happening? That was really bad timing with DraCoNT, actually, theoretically speaking, but Scotty doesn't use this because
what?
DraCoNT just retreated there in his own base. He made a hole there in between this house wall there.
Oh.
And dangerous one, man.
Yeah. DraCoNT's actually gonna get another castle up though in time.
Lucky for him, because Scotty could have just easily gone into his base then. Didn't happen.
So DraCoNT actually went probably a little too deep there. This guy's gonna try to come over and pick some, but no, DraCoNT's moving back. You know what I'd like to... Wow, Scotty is sitting on 8... Scotty's res are crazy. He's got 700 wood, 1400 food. Okay, he just spent all his gold, but he's got 1800 stone. He could lock down his base and make trebs like there's no tomorrow. Yet again, he's committing under the castles while the archers, while the longbowmen are backed up against the wall, and just losing so many camels unnecessarily.
Yeah. You could just one-shot the camels. That was so important for him.
But he is doing some raiding, so he got them. He got off that Summit gold. Finally coming in from the back. These palisade walls aren't gonna last like any time at all. But why does it matter? Why does he have to come in from here? He doesn't. He could have gone through the front when it was open just as easily.
But I think the problem will just arise right there, or is arising here in the south of DraCoNT's base, because the wall.
Oh yeah, it won't last long. Do Indians get capped ram or anything?
Indians, man. Let me just check that one real quick.
Thank you. Scotty now Scotty just sold 800 stone when he realized how much he's sitting on. So 16. Okay, now he's just clicking cap ram. Good. Alright, so now he's finally making elite skirmishers to help fight against these longbowmen. Longbowmen getting cleaned up.
I guess it's still kind of over here because Scotty now the south of the base, about to enter this DraCoNT's place there, and meanwhile DraCoNT's he has many longbowmen still. That's interesting, but he has no possibility to defend what's happening there in the south of his base.
Right. He's got no military there for it to handle it at all, but it happens.
Wow.
We'll see. So, I mean, these camels are going to be in shortly, and I assume that's going to be an extremely effective raid. Are most of the villagers moving forward? Are we going to see another castle drop from DraCoNT? Hoping maybe that's what's going to do it for him? Oh no, he's just relocating his eco underneath those castles. That's his thought process. Alright, so those camels are in. I hope Scotty fights anywhere other than underneath the castles. We'll see what kind of decisions he makes here. Let's spread out, man. Start picking off villagers. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna probably see about 10 villagers go down right away to this raid.
Yep.
And then we'll see how DraCoNT reacts to it.
Meanwhile, DraCoNT is in the base of Scotty, right? Trying to get
doing some raiding.
But no, not gonna be successful, as he's been pushed out by the elite skirms, and all in all, looking quite gloomy for DraCoNT now.
And he's now below 40 villagers, 39, and dropping. Cap rams on one of those castles, more villagers, 32 villagers.
It was interesting for sure, this strategy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This 1TC thing, but other than that, bravely fought.
We're not seeing the GG from him yet. Maybe he doesn't quite know the eco of Scotty? Or is not 100% telling?
I mean, I'm sure that he can anticipate against an Indian player.
Right.
Easy. I mean, it's DraCoNT we're talking about. He should be aware of this.
Okay, so Scotty just sold 1,500 stone because he's been sitting on so much. So finally we see some trebs out of him. Light Cav in his own base. Interesting. Those elite longbowmen are just still they're holding a gold spot for Scotty here, but actually no, he's able to commit. He's probably gonna commit just with some elite skirms here. Actually 23 vills, 4 of which are idle. Actually, between the castle and the longbowmen, they actually picked off most of those elite skirms before they did any damage. But Scotty, all the time, no longer has all the res in the world, but he had all the time in the world. Don't know, man.
GG, there we go.
Oh, it's a GG? Okay.
Wow. I mean, just just for the record, if this match could have gone, I believe, let's say 10, 20 more minutes, then actually Scotty would have run out of gold there.
Yeah,
Yes,
eventually.
he's used so many units and they all died. So many counts. This KD. Yeah, there we go. It's Scotty's KD is 180 to 260. And most of those units have been camels. So wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy how many he lost there, especially because they're such a strong unit. Imperial Camel had to be nerfed because it was too strong. But there was just so many engagements there that didn't pan out all that well for him.
It's also interesting. I mean, just to sum it up here, DraCoNT went for 1 TC all-in strat here, spending all of his resources into castles and lead longbowmen. He went for imp really fast, tried to keep up that pressure, and I believe this strat was not the best against Indians, but it was kind of successful that it was a 55 in-game minutes game, because Scotty pretty much spent so many resources on camels and just sacrificed them all the time. So I believe that this game could have been earlier, could have been done way earlier, and Scotty could have won this way earlier. But instead, it went the way it went, and I'm still not super convinced by DraCoNT's decisions. But in the end, I must say he was more successful than I would have anticipated. Interesting choice. Not sure if this was the way to go against Indians, though.
Yeah, definitely didn't pan out well for him, especially as Indians was able to go for such a take unit, backed up by an easier to boom eco. Yeah, 1 TC push. If you it's somewhat of the same story. When you go 1 TC push, you got to win. You got to have it. Sorry, don't have to win, but you have to have a significant advantage, probably by mid castle or very early imp if it gets to there. But he just wasn't quite getting into the base. As much as he was completely shutting Scotty down, he wasn't doing eco damage, and that's why just couldn't take it home at the end there.
True. You're absolutely correct.
All right, DemEyesRed. Well, that's our winner. So Scotty wins Weekend Smackdown number 6. So congratulations to him. He'll go home with 3 months of Voobly Silver Premium membership. Always cool to be able to hand out something like that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to Scotty. Hope he watches the VOD and gets to see some of this.
Yeah, man.
But anything to add? I think we wrapped up the games. Hideout was a nice thing to pick. Definitely got to see something a little bit different there. Go into it not 100%. There's definitely not a completely established meta for Hideout. Not played enough to have something like that. We got to see players. I'm pretty sure we didn't see any repeats throughout the entire. We saw Mines twice. That's it. That was the only repeat of the entire day. That's nice. Like that. But yeah, so everybody, thanks for anything to add, DemEyesRed, before I start talking about Voobly Official and
I
closing
think
down the stream.
We've just said the most important things there. I was just smiling there a bit because Platinum just said GG Scotty, but Christ.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing. I was trying not to say it, but that's why I started laughing mid-sentence.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm good. I guess we've covered all the most important things to say about this tournament.
All right, well, everybody, so this is Voobly Official. We are trying to be an extremely inclusive streaming channel. If you're a streamer, if you scroll down, there is an application so you can get it on our radar if you ever want to co-cast with us, and maybe eventually be one of the main streamers yourself. I'm Willis35, met by DemEyesRed. I think between the two of us, we were the ones co-casting most often when this project to rebuild Voobly Official got back on the road a couple months ago. And it's always fun with you, sir. Thank you very much. Enjoy the chemistry.
Likewise.
So it's definitely inclusive like that. Most recently, you saw Trey95 co-casting with us. He is bumped up a little bit there as far as being able to co-cast more often, and that could be you if you so choose, if you want something like that. If not, you're always welcome here to enjoy the stream. It will get busier and busier to the extent of hopefully there's a stream here every day, not necessarily the same person. That's the cool part of it. Every streamer you see here currently does have their own channel, such as myself, or check out DemEyesRed. Let's see what else out of that. But yeah, so trying to build the channel, get it back, keep going bigger, and having fun with it.
Yeah, I would say so. Definitely agree. And also, just for your information, guys, Weekend Smackdown is taking place every weekend, every Sunday. Feel free to join. The recurring series here.
Yeah, the ranking has been 0 to 2300 has been allowed to enter the last few weeks, and I believe that's where it's going to stay. I don't think we're adjusting that just yet, so literally anyone's other than anybody 2301 and up are allowed to sign in. Beam me up, Scotty. Very funny. So yeah, we can. So just as it gets a good way to it's a good way for anybody to get seen. DemEyesRed, if you feel free to address that if you'd so choose in the chat.
Oh yeah, so Drunken Gamer. What's up, man? And yes, I am going to be live on my channel, not directly, I guess in 1 or 2 hours though. First of all, I'm gonna have dinner, and then I'm gonna slowly start. And yeah, for now, just having a chill stream for sure tonight. Next week, I'm gonna have my next show match, but that's another story that I will elaborate on my own stream. And so yeah, we'll see.
All right, everybody. So this was Weekend Smackdown yet again. This is Wilson, DemEyesRed, and we do Weekend Smackdown happens every Sunday. Hope to see you back next week, and also during the week, check out some of the stuff you see. With that, I think that's the end of it. So you all have a good day, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
And thanks for the follow who just came in.
Yes, sir. Thanks.